Welcome to the JM Exchange Podcast. Just have normal conversations with people in the Cleburne, Johnson County, and surrounding areas. I want to take a minute to thank some people that helped me put this together. First of all, I want to thank God. Could not have done this without Him. I'd like to thank my wife for all of her support behind me in this. My friends and family for their support as well. Also want to say thank you to Blake Jones Agency, Rock Old Cattle and Construction, Carson Luce for graphic design, Jerry Lair with bjjloan.com. Reach out to him for all your residential loan needs. John Bendez, Texas Elite Graphics and Signs, Rogue MMA, and the guests that come on to share their stories. Hope y'all enjoy the show. Thanks, guys. All right, we're rolling.
Cool, man.
Colt Starkey, good to have you here, man.
Good to have me, or good to have me, I guess. Pleasure to be here.
So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and let everybody know a little bit about you, where you grew up and stuff.
Yeah, man. Colt Starkey is my name. I grew up in Gatesville, Texas, which is about 100 and some odd miles away from here. Moved to Cleburne 2020, I think. Wife and I did, and started a custom hay operation, and grown it to quite a good size for a couple people to do. Growing up, I did farm work, but also worked for HEB. Went to A&M for a little while until they decided I was not their caliber of people they wanted. And went to work for TxDOT, and then worked for some engineering consultants, and learned bridge design. And enjoyed doing that, but did not enjoy being in the office too much after that. So got on with another firm that did construction inspection, and really enjoyed that mess. That was a lot of good stuff. To see stuff getting done, and kind of my personality is wanting to do stuff. But then moved out here and decided didn't want to be in an office anymore. So leveraged all I had and bought some equipment and started this stuff up. So really enjoy it. So,
Right on, man.
Really get to help people of Johnson County, mainly Grandview and South Cleburne and Alvarado and all them. They're kind of in my territory, and we get to do a lot of stuff for them. I also do a lot of equipment repair for people and things like that in the off season. So
yeah, I know you've always been pretty handy with. You always had a truck or something in your barn every time I came over.
I've got an addiction to old Chevrolet pickups.
Yeah.
So,
how many do you have now?
I've got 61, 283s, my 98. I think. Oh yeah, I just burned up a 93. It burned up completely. Then I got my 98, but that's about it. I got the top kick now too. So, but yeah, I went from I think 8 trucks down to 6.
All right.
So had to pare down insurance to get too high. So, but no, I got my first truck was an 83 Chevrolet short bed, and I was like, man, it'd be cool to find Jay, my son, one. I was like, man, if I could find one. Well, a buddy of mine, he's like, dude, I have one. It's in my front yard. Been there for like 5 years. It's yours. Just pay me what you want, and it's yours. Went over there. It's been sitting for 5 years in the same spot. Add the tires up on it, put fuel in the carburetor just to prime it up, put a hot battery in it, and it started up, drove on the trailer. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
So, now Jay's got a truck. It's in my shop, and he got something to cuss at, when he's growing up. So it'd be good. So, but yeah, man.
I've always liked that you had all those old and worked on that stuff. Like, I'm one of those people that I can make my way around. I can change an alternator. I can do certain things, and basically anything you can YouTube, I could do. Yeah. But like, I've never considered myself like a mechanic, because I grew up, in the country as well. So I had dirt bikes, constantly like cleaning out carburetors and
changing flats.
Yeah, change flats. Oh, you got to tear this out and replace this little part or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. But I've always been really interested in learning about how a vehicle works, because my brother-in-law does the same thing. He buys stuff and then he'll, put a motor in it and do all this stuff. And
yeah, it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Because then you spend all your free time fixing stuff that other people have.
Right.
Or the things that you have, because you can fix it. And then you're like, well, that just goes to my free time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like my 93, I really like that truck. It was a 93 1-ton dually, 4-wheel drive, 5-speed, 6.5 turbo diesel. And I was proud of that thing. I was like, it's the only one running around town. And it burned up. It burned up. The whole front of it. Was working on it for like 2 weeks straight, trying to fix a clutch issue that I paid somebody to do, and they didn't do it correctly. And putting it back together, and it was still acting up. And I parked it on Skid Row of the old stuff that doesn't need to run anymore at my place. And I got out. I was like, I'm done with it. Walked inside, and I took a shower because it was filthy. I was like, I hope this thing burns to the ground. I don't even want to look at this thing anymore. Taking a shower, my phone rings, and I answer it, set it up. And this was my worker. He's like, Mr. Starkey? He was like, the red truck's on fire. I was like, really?
Careful what you wish for, huh?
I'll be down there in a minute. So I put shorts on, walked out there, and the front of it was on fire. And had to call Liberty Chapel Fire Department. They came out and put it out. I was like, well, there she goes. But the cool thing was what survived? Oh, my subwoofer survived the fire. What else survived? Something I really needed. It was a part of my radio. I can't remember. And then my phone holder. It survived the blaze.
Nice.
And the floor mat survived, so that was good. So the grill guard survived, so I put that on the new truck. And yeah, it was pretty cool. And I've never had a truck burn completely up. It was kind of something else. And I threatened to pull that out to the 18 acres up north of my house and park it on the fence row where they're building new houses. So that's nice to look at.
That's really nice to look at.
Them guys are pretty cool. They're buying the land up, and they're fine. They got to live somewhere too. But I used to farm that land, and I didn't get a chance to buy it. And I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. And now you get to look at this.
Yeah. I was like, well, they get a pretty view. So, but yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, my old Jeep that I got out there, I eventually will upgrade and get something since I have to drive for work. I'll probably get a car again and then buy a pickup a couple years down the road. Just because I feel like I need a pickup. I've had a Jeep and a trailer for.
Yeah. It's not the most handy thing.
No, I've done a lot of work out of that Jeep.
Yeah.
I mow yards and stuff out of it, load up with lawnmower and a weed eater. And
I used to see you go by my house with it. Yep. It was Joey. But yeah, man.
But yeah, I did a lot of work out of that little Jeep. Not lying, but yeah, I'll eventually start fixing it up. I just kind of, so, growing up in the country, I always loved like off-roading and stuff. And I just recently went with another buddy of mine, and we went to Crossbar Ranch in Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah.
And we took his little side-by-side out there. And dude, we had so much fun. We drove around for 7 hours, and it was so much fun.
You ever go down to Hidden Falls and Marble Falls?
We haven't yet. He wants to do a couple more trips. There's one outside of Austin, he said, that he wants to go to, and then there's like one in Midlothian. But he said the one in Midlothian we can probably do in like a couple hours.
Yeah. I think the one outside of Austin he's talking about is Hidden Falls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it is. And but we had a good time at Crossbar. There was a lot of stuff that we were like, nah, we're gonna turn around.
Yeah.
But
Hidden Falls has a lot of good stuff. It was like 3,000 acres when I was still going there, and I took a 3-wheeler, so I was poor, and I had 3-wheelers. That's what we took out there, and that was a lot of fun. But I think they cut it down to like 2,000 acres. What's out there?
That's me.
But it was a lot of fun. There's some technical stuff up there, but nothing the Jeep can't handle.
Crossbar Ranch was insane. They say there's like 200 miles or something like that of trails out there.
That's a lot.
And we did quite a bit of it. We didn't go to like the really hardcore. There was some hardcore stuff that we could have went through, but I mean, there was like big rock here, big rock there, and then there's one that was a wall, and I don't know if we could have made it. Then he didn't want to tear up his thing. I don't blame him. Those things are expensive.
Yeah.
And I started looking at him, and I was like, man, when I upgrade and get another vehicle, I was like, my Jeep's pretty much just a really expensive side-by-side.
Yeah. But you have to drive that to work.
Yeah.
That's the bar.
Yeah, that's the thing. So once I get something I can drive back and forth to work, I was like, yeah, now go tear it up and then fix it. Make it better. Tear it up again.
Is that the 6er in that one, in your Jeep, the V6?
Yeah, it's the bad one too. It's I think it's a 3.8.
There's a good one?
So
I'm kidding.
Well, when it comes to Jeep motors,
4.0. That's all you need.
They had a little spell, because like now they're all 3.6s.
Yep.
and I think mine's a
Oh, that's
3.8.
right. It was a Pentastar 3.8 or something like that.
Yeah, I think they only made it. They only put them in there for like 3 years or 3.5 years or something like that. And it's not. It's they say it's a 100,000-mile motor.
That's it.
I got 130 something on mine, so I'm like, it's still kicking. So
Let me swap it. 5.7. Well, if they can do that, I bet they can. They
Prob-
had a 5.7 in some of them. The Hurricanes, I think, had them, or it was one of them that had them.
I know that now they put those little Kubota diesels in them, those eco diesels, and they get like 30 miles to the gallon, which is freaking awesome. And you still got the same horsepower and everything.
Yeah,
and then torque for the Jeeps. But God, those are so expensive. I mean, you're talking about $80,000 for one of those.
yeah, and then you don't get the rev range. So
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can crawl, but you can't do anything else.
Yeah,
So-
and Jeeps are Jeeps.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can hot rod them out. I don't necessarily want to hot rod it necessarily. I like the kind of cruising and just going through stuff.
It's like people put like the 383 or something in an old CJ7. Okay, well, you just turned it into a pickup with no bed.
Yeah.
There was a reason why Jeep had straight sixes because they had all the torque.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm sure you want to be on the show to talk about, V6s and
Oh man, we can talk about whatever the hell we want. To be honest,
5.7. So, but yeah.
you know me, man. Sorry, y'all. I will literally talk about anything.
I usually don't talk from a camera though. I'm usually just talking in my shop or in my, somewhere else.
What do
I look at? Do I look at you or do I look at here?
I try to look at you.
Okay, gotcha.
I try to ignore the camera, but
Gotcha.
it's in that ring light right
Gotcha.
there.
That's my reflection, my complexion. So the ladies doing the filters and whatnot.
There you go. No, there's no filters on this, man.
It's just a
Very laid back show. Very. I like it.
filter.
I like that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just real conversation. Yeah, I've gotten some people in here that are, of importance, but and
then you have me.
yeah. Hey,
I'm
man.
important to some people.
Hey, I've had musicians in here.
I saw you had DJ on here.
Yeah, I had DJ. Dude, I love DJ.
He rebuilt my my old Martin.
I think
Yeah.
I'd sent you that. I did a post and you were like, "Hey, does he do good work?" And I was like, "Man,
Yeah.
He's taken all my guitar. He's never done like heavy work on anything." And I think yours had
It was bad.
It needed some
It needed
good
a nut and a
rehab.
bridge, and the sides of the frets were busted, and he did a lot of. I mean, he refinished a lot of it. It looks really good.
Yeah,
So,
he tries to leave everything better than he got it.
Yeah.
And he was a good conversation, man. We talked about like how like musicians develop their sounds and stuff like that. And we just nerded out on music that day. And I mean, that just goes to show you what the show's about. Like, I mean, we can literally talk about anything. But
Let's talk about buttered sausage. What's it doing? Was it here? Get it out.
What's
Like, really, what happened to Gary Busey? What happened? Did he get in a car wreck or something?
Gary Busey?
Yeah.
I know a long time ago he got in a motorcycle wreck.
That's what it was.
And it messed up his noodle.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, man, after I see that guy, I was like, gosh almighty.
Have you ever watched the show Entourage?
Yes.
When he made me laugh so hard in that show.
It's been a while since I've seen that show.
Me too, but
Yeah.
I just remember him being he's so weird. And the way that he would treat those guys and the things he would say cracked me up.
Was that unhinged?
And I was just like, dude, I wonder if he's like that in real life.
He has to be.
I'm thinking so.
I bet he and Nicolas Cage should have a great conversation.
I love Nicolas Cage.
If there was one I could meet, I was like, I think he's really interesting. I was like, he's gone from having money to not, and then getting it again. I was like, he's done everything, and he doesn't care. He's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd hang out with him. I'd see what's going on.
Have you seen The Unbearable Weight of
Just the clips. I need to see it.
Oh my God,
So-
it's so good.
Yeah.
It is so good because Nick Cage plays Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And it is so funny, dude.
One of my favorite films of his is Matchstick Man.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's like an indie kind of. I mean, nobody even knows about it. It's got the girl. She was in one of the Equalizers, the first one, I think. She was one of the Russian girls that it doesn't matter. She was also in. Can't remember. Right. But anyway, it was a really good. Like I don't want to spoil it for you, but he was like not right in the head. Like he was like OCD out, but it was like that was an interesting movie. I was like, it was way better than Wicker Man. I couldn't hardly make it through that one. That was terrible.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
He's got so many movies out. And,
Yeah.
it's funny because every time I see, like, him scrolling, I'll be like, I'm just gonna throw that in my list just because it has Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I love Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
because dude, he swings for the fences every time.
He's like, I'll take it.
Yeah, he'll take it, and then like he swings for the fences.
Yep.
I mean, it is like extravagant every time he's acting.
Yes.
And it cracks me up. I remember watching him in Ghost Rider.
That was so terrible. But man, I loved it.
I was like, it couldn't have been any better in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that was Gone 60 Seconds. My bad. But yeah, it was still.
I love that movie
like,
too.
I was like our Ghost Rider. I was like, okay, the last ride, Sam Elliott's riding beside you. You're on your Harley in this flamed out chopper. He's on a freaking steed made of fire, and they just ride together. And then Sam's like, I gotta go. Bye. I was like, so he just rode with him.
This is the last.
You couldn't help him out. I was like, he just rode, and okay, he could have done that himself, but whatever, man. You do you, bud. I expected more out of Sam, but whatever.
Raising Arizona was
awesome.
One of my favorite.
That was awesome.
I hadn't seen that movie since I was like a kid.
Keep your hands off my wife. Oh, yeah, good one.
And me and my wife just watched it a few months ago, dude. I was like, I love Nicolas Cage so much. And then after we watched The Unbearable Weight of a Massive Talent, dude, I was like, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
He's definitely my favorite. And then, Pablo too is like really awesome as well. I love that guy. He's amazing. And, he's in a lot of stuff now too.
Yeah. There's some sort of controversy with him. I don't know. I don't watch the news much, but it's like,
yeah,
I mean, whatever, dude. You're going to find something wrong with everybody.
Yeah,
so,
that's for sure.
They're an actor. I mean, that's what they do.
They're people.
Whatever.
They're people too.
Yeah, they got their own stuff. They're just people, man.
I don't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody, and they were like, yeah, well, such and such says, and I was like, who cares what actors say? Do you care what I say? No. Then why do you care what they say?
Yeah.
They're not any more important than we are.
Yep.
They're just people. They just have ideas like us.
Oh, yeah. I can enjoy people's music, without having to like them as a person or even agree with them, what they do. I don't care. Just like we were at a Third Eye Blind concert. This was years ago. And Third Eye Blind and Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy Eat World just had to be there. Oh, man. I was like, take some time. And I mean, we're jamming out to it, Third Eye Blind come over here and they started talking all this mess. I was like, I yelled. I was like, shut him away. I said, I don't care what you have to say, man. Just play music, please. So, yeah. I need to get into playing again. After DJ redid my guitar, I picked it up for a while and got busy. I usually play during the wintertime. I have a little bit more downtime.
Yeah, when you got more downtime, yeah.
But I put all my guitar stuff in my shop and got my electric going again, and I was just wailing on some stuff. Like, this sounds really good. And about playing acoustic, I was like, dang, I suck.
Acoustic will humble you.
Yeah, I'm like, you just drop D and put the distortion on, and you just, whatever you play is going to sound awesome. But then you pick up that acoustic again, like, I need to practice some more.
Yes. So, I only play a couple times a week for my wife on the back porch.
Yeah.
I was posting some on Facebook. I need to probably get into that again because I was getting to where I was like learning new songs and then I would, after I learned it pretty good, I was like, all right, I'm going to put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I put some old ones on there too that I've known forever, but yeah, it's fun. Usually when I'm like in a mood,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, you had a bad day or whatever it may be. I could just go play guitar and like after 30 minutes, I'm like, man, I feel so much better.
I feel better now. Oh, man. Yeah. I can't sing and play at the same time, though. That's my problem. Cannot do it. Tried. I can't make noise from here and here at the same time.
I can strum and sing. I can't pick and sing.
Yeah.
Me picking and singing is not my forte because my brain does not allow me to do it.
Yeah. I could never be a lead guy. And
it's funny when I'm trying to learn a song too, I'm trying to get the strumming down perfect and the chord changes perfect and all that stuff before I even start singing. And then when I start singing, it all changes anyway. So I don't even know,
I've always admired people that could do that. Like I've watched, of course, Pat Green and all them, that's the high school right there all day.
Oh yeah.
But, I watched them sing and play. I was like, man, that's awesome. I tried, but I could always play. I tried. I've got a cousin that can sing and play, and he does it now. Tyler Lane. He's pretty dang good.
But, man, we should, we should get him on.
Yeah, he's on I think he lives in Gatesville, but he travels all over now. So I saw him play in Fort Worth a few years back. Put on a good show. But
Nice.
yeah, got long hair now. I think it's part of it. When you start playing and touring, you got to have long hair.
Oh yeah.
That's part
Well,
of
there's
it.
no time for haircuts.
No, there's not. I had to shave my beard before I came here. That's why it looks kind of hacked up. Been in a tractor on the Frio for a while. Just kind of
Oh, you should have kept it.
yeah. Well, that and the boy he'll grab those beards and pull real hard.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And my brother-in-law, they got a new baby too, but she'll grab his chest hair. I was like, see, I don't have that problem, so that's good. But yeah, that hurts grabbing the beard.
Yeah, it does.
So, but yeah, he'll be a year old on the 28th.
Goodness,
Yeah,
man.
Growing up, dude, you don't think you could love something that much. You're like, yeah, I would lay waste to everything for you and go to sleep like a baby afterwards. It's amazing. So yeah,
He's cute, man.
yeah,
He's
he's,
cute. Yeah, I see him on Facebook.
he's the first blue-eyed Starkey since my dad, I think. Yeah, Dad's pretty proud of that. He's like, blue-eyed Starkey again. I was like, yep, there he is. So, yeah, good dude. He's named after my granddad. His name was J.M. Can't hardly hear myself.
There you go.
And just his initials, J.M. That was his name, J.M. So I was like, I want my son to have his initials at least. Well, then I've got a couple of good uncles, James and Michael. I was like, James Michael Starkey. There it is. Both biblical names too. I was like, that's pretty freaking awesome. So he's not only does he have my granddad's initials, he's got James and Michael in his name. I was like, that's a name that's a strong name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, you need to have a strong name as a dude. So me, Colt, I mean, it's pretty cool. My first name, I won't tell everybody my first name. Figure that out. But yeah. So a name makes you. So
Yeah, I'm Joseph Michael.
yep.
And
Michael's a good name, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't. I mean, yeah, because it's hidden. Like James is hidden. It's James Michael. Well, you don't know, but then you hear that name, you're like, man, it does something to you. It's like the Archangel. It's like, yeah, man.
yeah,
Dude, yeah.
my mom, when I was playing like Little League and stuff, she used to call me Joe Mike.
Mm-hmm.
That was my nickname.
That's awesome.
Man, it was funny. So when I met you,
Yeah. That was a fun day.
we met.
Night.
Yeah, met through Jameson.
Mhm.
I met Jameson. It was something was going on downtown.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was during when everybody was rioting and crap.
Yep.
And tearing down all the statues and stuff.
Yeah.
And Pat Cleburne statue was down there, so like everybody was downtown because we heard like this thing was coming, so everybody was down there or whatever.
Yeah.
And anyway, I met Jameson, and then we all met up, and I met you, and it was funny because my wife was like, you're going to meet Jameson and Colt,
Yeah.
a whiskey and a firearm name.
Also a malt liquor.
Yeah, and a malt liquor as well. And she was like, I think you made these people up. And I was
No.
like, I swear to God, I did not. I had to
Maybe.
I had to take pictures.
Yeah.
I had to show that y'all are real people, because she was like, yeah, whatever. You just thought of some whiskey and
Yeah.
then thought of a
Yeah.
gun. And,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, I'm going to go meet up with my buddies.
He's gonna go to the gun range. That'd be a cool, like, you go see Jameson go. Where at the gun range? I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's Amplify 817?
So I had a buddy on here. His name's Tony Cox, and he's a hell of a guitar player, man. He can really well down
Yeah.
on the electric and stuff like that. But he plays like acoustic and sings and stuff, and he's part of one major band, but a couple other bands. And he brought some people that their stickers and stuff like that. This kind of
group.
it's kind of a free for all. I mean, if you want to take a sticker, leave a sticker. I just kind of like put everything on the table, like the people that showed up here and stuff like that. And then there's my stickers.
I don't have a sticker. My stickers are on my equipment. Yeah. I need to get some more.
But yeah, it's just kind of a free for all. That's
it.
yeah. So there was a guy that I had on named James, and he started his own apparel company. He's a lineman. Works on the power lines and
Mhm.
stuff, and then decided to just start an apparel company, and it's called Blue Collar Mentality. Cool. I mean, they got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Super interesting guy, and it's just about working hard and sells
Sell boots that'll actually last.
I don't know if he sells boots yet. I know he sells like hats and t-shirts and stuff, and like polos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just it's good quality, apparel.
Yeah.
That he threw his brand on. I tell you what, he just got a full resto Nova. I think it's a '69 Nova.
That's the best one.
Oh, it's all blacked out too.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! I want to see the thing in person. I've only seen it on Facebook, and he had a video of it running and stuff. I was like, I was like foaming at the mouth. I was like, dang, that thing sounds so awesome.
Man, I had a customer. This has been years ago. He had he told me, he's like, I got an old car. I need to get running again. I kind of want to sell it or something. All right. I was like, what is it? It's like an old Pontiac. I needed to get it running again. All right. Well, what is it? It's a Le Mans. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. We'll go look at it. Drove down there. He was at kind of south of Waco. And went to pick it up, and it was a 71 Le Mans. I mean, like a GTO, but not.
Oh yeah, my buddy had a '69, dude.
Black on black. I mean, beautiful car. And my dream car is a CG7 GTO. I was like, all right, it's the year before that, but hey, this is cool. I mean, this is really neat. Got in it. I couldn't fit in that car. I'm like, of course I was fat then too, but the bench seat was so tall. Like I was like, man, it sucks, man. But it had the original 350 Pontiac in it. 350 Pontiac, I think a Buick BOP transmission. I mean, perfectly good car. Needed a carb clean, and I needed a gas tank in it, and the timing cover was leaking like coolant out of it real bad. And that was like a 1 year only timing cover. And I found one on eBay for like $350. I was like, man, I just need to get this thing milled down. I was like, I use Automotive Machine Supply in Egan for machine work, and they do a great job, but they take forever because they're busy. If you have a machine shop that'll get you in right now, they're probably not. I mean, they're busy.
Yeah.
You have to be. Well, they got me in and out in like 3 days. I was like, man, I appreciate that, because they had stuff backed up. Milled it down 30,000, got the flat again, slapped it on there, good as gold. And I was like, dude, are you really going to sell this car? He's like, I might keep it now. My wife was on me because it was leaking gas in the garage. I was like, well, don't park in the garage. Build your shop. But that was a cool car. But it had really, really high gears in it, like something like 270s or something in it, and you couldn't hardly even spin a tire on it. I was like, that's kind of depressing.
Oh man.
But it was Le Mans.
Dude, so in high school, one of my best friends, he had a '69 Pontiac Moss, and it was like the color was called Blurple.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a black purple.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a 400 big block in it that was bored out. And
A 400 Pontiac?
Chevrolet motor.
So it had they had a big block 396.
Oh,
They had a 400 small block.
maybe it was a 400 small block then.
It was a 400 small block, and it bored out probably 30 over, made like a 407.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
I mean, yeah.
You're talking about
Yeah.
20-something years ago.
I know. You can't remember all that?
Yeah.
I can't. I can remember all of it. I can remember small block Chevy, big block Chevy stuff, but I can't remember.
I just remember the speedometer said 120, and we got it on a little farm to market road 67 out there in Covington, man. We got that thing back around to 40 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We were wrapped all the way around. The whole car was shaking.
Yeah.
And we were going so fast, and I was just thinking like, oh, we're definitely going to die. Yeah.
But I'm going to die.
But we didn't.
I'm
we
gonna die
didn't.
full of adrenaline and have a fun time doing it.
We didn't. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun cruising around in that car, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a cam in it, and it sounded amazing.
Yeah, Kelly, I will never exceed the speed limit ever with Jay in the truck and any of the hot rods that we own. Just to let you know. On FM4 or on Grove Road, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, just highways only.
Yeah, just highways only. Yeah. No, my biggest thing is Chevrolet pickups. I love them things, and I built an engine for it cheaply. I wanted a big block for my half ton, that red and silver one.
Yeah.
So I built one, and it was just a factory big block, like a TBI. I put heads and stuff on it. It was fine. But I was turning it like 5,500 RPM, way faster than it should. And heard some tinging and pinging going on. And the distributor I have, I can tune on the fly with my phone, like the timing and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was taking some timing out of it. I was like, it was still doing it. I was like, And the oil pressure was doing. I was like, yeah, I heard it. Well, I was like, well, I need to build another one for it. Darn. Well,
Oh no.
my neighbor, he's a gearhead too. He's got the Novas, the Chevrolets. He's got the sickness too. He also does guns. He's a really, really good gunsmith. But I was like, hey Scott, you got a big block laying around I could build? He was like, I got one. It's got a transmission on it. Came out of like a bus or something. I was like, I'll take it. All right. I didn't pay much for it. And I loaded it up. It was freaking bus 454. But it was like the best 454 ever built from the factory. Factory forged pistons, forged crank. I mean, it had multi-point fuel injection, cold near plug. I was like, I did some, that's like the L29, I think, or L21, I can't remember what it was. But it was like the best big block I ever made because it was like the last series of them. So I got a bus transmission in the truck now, called the Miss Frizzle Express.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that thing will freaking run now, but it runs out of steam at like $5,000. But it's like, hey man, it works. It works great. And thing gets like 13 miles a gallon.
That's not too bad, actually.
A big block and no overdrive and full drive.
No joke, yeah.
No air conditioning, but I'll do that later. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm hitting like my midlife crisis or something like that too, because
I'll build it. What do you want?
we were talking earlier about me getting a car because I'd have to drive and stuff. So
I think a 67 Nova will be a perfect car to have for.
Yeah, it's funny too because I've seen like I've always wanted like anywhere from like a 68 to a 72 Chevelle.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Probably a 72 is my. They're super expensive, man. Super. Well, it just doesn't matter if you get a full resto now, like where they got the disc brakes and the fuel injected motors and all that. I mean, they're expensive.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I would rather, because if you buy one that's already done, that's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But not docking any shops, but they're going to make some money and they're going to cut some corners.
For sure.
And
yeah, I would like to buy something to do myself.
Yeah.
But it would take me years. Just because of time.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm here.
I know, man, and I got to learn too. So
yeah,
my brother-in-law's doing like an old Ford.
Yeah,
it's got a Chevy motor in it though. It's fun.
I don't know why they do that. I'm like, that's all right, I've got a few pet peeves in my life. One of them's that I got my cousin who lives in Kansas. He's like, we're the same way. Like if it's a Ford, they should have a Ford engine in it.
Right.
I'm a Chevy guy. I don't mind Fords. They're great engines, but you can build a Chevrolet way cheaper. But I was like, man, just put a 302 in it and be done with it.
Yeah. Right. We bought it and had the motor already in it, but
yeah,
that's what he's used to, Chevrolet. I think that's the only reason why he probably bought it.
A 302 is no different. It's just more expensive.
But it's cool. It's just old school hot rod. I can't remember what year it is. I need to remember.
It was like the big old bubble front end dent side, like a F100 or something.
It's old.
Yeah.
Like Yeah, kind of.
Okay. That's like a 40.
Like it's little bitty cab.
Yeah.
Little bitty cab. Big front end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So he was looking around for somebody to do woodwork or something like that and for the interior.
I know woodwork. Well, my neighbor does. I don't know if he does that kind of woodwork though. He does all the, he's got, actually in my house, he did the bar area. It's a piece of huge, I think it's cedar that, I mean, massive piece, but it's inlaid with like, granules of something and then epoxied over. I didn't do it. The previous owners did it. It's like, I'm not that fancy. So
that's, when I'm on Facebook, that those videos always get me. So it's funny because like my algorithm's all screwed up. It's all jiu-jitsu, UFC fights, back stretches and chiropractic and crap like that.
Yeah.
And workouts for your back and hips and shoulders and stuff. And then stuff like that. Like I'll get hung up on people building stuff and just sit there and just like watch people build crap like that.
Yep. Yeah, my algorithm's like, it's, big like Chevy stuff. And then it's some guy working on a dirt bike. And then it's bass fishing, somebody tying a line, and then somebody working on a baler. I was like, it's about right.
Oh yeah, and off-road. It's now off-roading stuff. I see lots of off-roading.
You got to be careful with the algorithms, like we were talking before. You got to be careful with them because they're powerful.
Yeah, man. They see what you like, and you don't have to like anything.
You can just watch it.
I did a test. I didn't like any post or anything for like over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stop for a second, that's considered a like in their opinion, and you're going to see more of that.
Well, they can track where your eyes are and what you're looking at on your screen. I was like, Well,
It's nuts,
yeah,
man.
I don't like that. You know, if I didn't have to do my business and stuff on my phone, I love the GPS stuff. To have all my fields marked and I can measure everything out. And if it wasn't for Marketplace, I'd probably just have a flip phone.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I don't FaceTime. You know, I have an Android, so the rest of my family is Apple.
I'm an Apple guy.
I'm the black sheep, so nobody can FaceTime me. It's like, yes,
That's okay. When people FaceTime me, I'm like, is this a mistake?
Yeah.
Usually the only person that does that's my cousin, and it's usually when he has the grandbabies over and they're doing something funny.
Yeah. I'll just come over. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I had an Apple. That was my first. I was one of the last people to get like a smartphone. Everybody else had Blackberries and smartphones, and I was just rocking my Razor for years and years and years. And then when that thing finally bit the dust, I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna go. And I'd already had one of the touch iPods.
The iPod. Yeah.
When they came out with the touch.
Yep.
Which is basically like a phone.
It was actually the iPod Touch.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I couldn't remember exactly the name of it, but that's what it was. I had that.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, this is pretty cool because you get all those apps and you can do all this different stuff with it. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I was like, I like the app. So I went and got an iPhone after that. And then I just stuck with it just because of the fact that
you know it.
I know it.
Yep.
I don't have to learn anything different. And when I buy a new phone, it just whoop.
Yeah. The wife was like, maybe I should switch to Android. I was like, don't, you'll hate it.
Yeah.
I was like, you're used to iPhone stuff. I have nothing against iPhone. I've used Android since its infancy. So I'm like, that's just what I'm going to do. So I had a BlackBerry. I loved that phone. That was a good one. Back when I was engineering, you had to have a smartphone. Could check your email all the time.
Yeah.
I don't check it. But you have to. I don't want second factor authentication. I just want to go home when I'm done.
I remember it was cool when on my Razor, you could get on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it was just text only.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't see like really pictures or
anything. What was
anything.
that? 3G for free? And you download your ringtones for free?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I had
an LG chocolate.
I don't even
know. That
know.
was pink. So I can't remember what I had before. It was a flip phone, something, and it broke. And my sister had an LG chocolate. Just said, well, you can have this one. So I got it and activated it, whatever. I didn't care. I'm colorblind. Pink, blue, it didn't matter to me. I left the bar in San Antonio and I had it on the bar with me. And this guy goes, hey, I think some chick left your phone. I was like, no, it's mine. He's like, that's your phone? Mm-hmm. I was like, yes. Well, I mean, whatever, dude.
Hey, there's nothing wrong. Pink's one of my favorite colors.
I wear pink really well. I almost wore it today.
Dude,
I thought it was, everybody said it was coral, but apparently it's pink. But it fits me good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a polo. It's got the little shark thing there.
Oh, yeah, man.
I like it.
Yeah, I got a pink Zane Williams hat.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. I got it at Larry Joe Taylor one year.
LJT.
And
was it the year of the flood?
No, it wasn't the year of the flood. It was 2016, I think. Man, it was funny too because I was like, I want one of those hats, and they're like, well, we're out of them, and I was like, no, you're not.
I see it.
I was like, that one's right there, and they're like, oh yeah, well, we could sell you that one. It was just their kids back there, that were selling everything. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just grab that one and sell it to you. So it was the last one. Dude, there were so many girls out there that was like, I'll show you my boobs if you give me that hat. And I was like,
no.
I
could see those anywhere.
I was like,
They'll do it over there. Watch for free.
I was like, this is the last one.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. No thanks. That never worked on me anyway. I don't care. Whatever, man. Yeah.
Good times.
Yes.
So, tell me more about your ranching, man.
Yeah.
I know you're doing hay operations and stuff like that. Yeah, we were talking earlier. You're getting pretty busy.
Yeah, getting busy. Grown a whole lot. First year we did like maybe, I don't know, 50 acres, but trying to get the word out. But now we're doing substantially more than that. But we started out with I bought one big John Deere tractor and some two used cutters and a used baler and a used rake. And I had my little case tractor for cutting and raking, and wore those out pretty quick. So we ended up going here, I guess year before last, we bought a brand new cutter from Kubota over here. We bought a Vermeer because my other one it was on its last leg. I had to rebuild it like 3 or 4 times. It was time. And we bought a TM1200 from them, and then my 467 baler. It was a good baler, but I was just running the crap out of it, and I was breaking down a lot. It had some years on it, some miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was a couple years ago, I got a quote for one here at United Ag and Turf. Thanks for the hat. And he quoted me. I can't remember what it was. I was like, no thanks. I'll just keep fixing my 67. Well, I went in the beginning of last season. I think it was probably in June. It was in June last year. Walked in to buy some hydraulic fluid, and salesman was there. He's like, "You ready to buy a baler yet?" I was like, "You ready to cut me a deal on it?" It's like, "That's what we can do." I was like, "I ain't paying more than this amount for that baler. I mean, I'm not doing it." He's like, "We can make it work." I was like, "I should have gone for it." But
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Every time when
yeah.
you're like, dang, it worked.
so I pulled it home the same day. I mean, I got done with it, bought it, and financed it, of course, because I mean, who has that money laying around?
Yeah.
And pulled it home, hooked it up, and it was giving me some issues because it was like one of the first new balers we hooked up to an old tractor. My tractors are ancient; they're like 77 and 78. They're old.
But you work on stuff, so
Yeah, and I'm not going to.
and it'll last forever.
Yeah, $250,000 on a tractor making hay. It's like that's not going to pencil out. But no, United Ag and Turf. I called them. Hey man, this is what it's doing. They were out there. They got it set up. They were out there for my first 2 or 3 fields, getting it right. I mean,
that's cool.
I mean,
man.
they were amazing, and had a lick of trouble since with it. A sensor goes bad here and there, but the cool thing about these new balers, the old heads can't stand them. Oh, you don't need that fixed screen there, touch screen, you don't need all that mess. I was like, it's really nice to see that huge screen and touch something.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a physical button. I mean, it's all there, and you can see everything. And they'll tell you, hey, the gate closed alarm isn't working. Diagnose. You probably got stuff on your sensor. You go out there and you take a cloth that you always have and just wipe the sensor off because it gets metal shavings on the Hall effect sensor. You're back to going. I mean, it's super simple. And the net wrap on the back of it, it'll hold the one you're using in an extra one. I mean, they all do that. But this one has the back saver. It's got a winch in it. Prop rod, the winch comes down, hook up, and put it in
that's
there.
cool.
Like, that's freaking slick. So, yeah, you can build like, if the field is smooth enough, 12 miles an hour is no problem baling. I mean, you can make some ground up. But that 67, I mean, you're 7 mile an hour, you're pushing it. But now you can lay some grass down and pick it up and make some progress.
Yeah.
Because we can cut with that one cutter we have. You can do probably 10 an hour, lay down 10 acres an hour if you've got a good square field and it's smooth. And then you rake, 20 acres an hour, and then, baling up 20 acres an hour, you're moving. So, but it's really neat because I like to hire people that are local, especially like young guys coming up. That's kind of what seems to work the best for our operation because they kind of want to learn, and they also kind of, they're young enough where they not have all the bad habits.
Yeah.
So, and they get to learn a lot about the farm life, and you're not just sitting in a tractor all day long. Yeah, sometimes you got to go weed eat a fence row, and you got to, change the water out for the goats. And yep, we got to round these cows up and, vaccinate them. It's lots of different stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because some people show up, I'm ready to run the tractor. It's like, no, you're not. We're not running the tractor today.
Man, growing up on a farm, I never got to sit in the tractor.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this is the first cab tractor I ever got to use as my own.
Yeah. We had an old International, man. Like, I mean, you're in the heat. It had no cover. It had no nothing. But Dad's like, nah, I'll take care of this. You do all this crap.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a couple of tractors that don't have cabs on them. And there's a time and a place for a cab, and there's a time and place for no cab. If you're feeding, you don't want a cab.
Yeah.
You want to get in and out, open that gate, shut the gate as quick as you can. And I got an old tractor from my dad. It's a 2010, I think. Yeah. And Dad had it in his barn, and needed a fuel tank, that kind of stuff. It was a gasoline tractor. And I got it from him, and got it back to the house and got it running. It runs like a champ. And the fuel tank was just terrible on it. There's pinholes in it everywhere, and it's a gas one, so they didn't really have many of those. It's hard to find parts of those things now.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude had one on. I was looking for that, but I found the side covers for it because I was missing side covers. eBay, some guy had side covers for it, so I bought them. And he emailed me. He said, hey, I'm parting out of 2010. If you need any more parts, let me know. I was like, got a gas tank? Yeah. Is it off a gas tractor? Yep, it's off a gas tractor. And let me empty it out and see if it'll hold any water and stuff and before I ship it to you. All right, cool. So back a week later, he got back to me and said, hey, it's seems to be holding fine, and clean and everything. He said, what do you want for it? He's like, I don't know, $100 shipped. I was like,
Done.
That'll work. So put it on there, runs like a champ. I was like, it started up in the dead of cold. I wanted to see it would start. When we had to freeze, I was like, man, see what happens. Just right up.
No joke.
I was like, the diesel tractors would not do that.
Oh yeah, that's
not
for
at
sure.
all. So yeah, we got those 2 little deers in the case and the two big deers. So the big deer, the first 4430 we bought, I bought it from a guy in Gatesville, and it happened to be, I went to high school with the gals, and it was their mom's dad's tractor. So it was like a one owner. It was really taken care of really nicely, but it needed a cab kit and all that mess. But that works pretty good now. And the other 4430 we got it from a guy in Clifton, and she was just beat. I'm talking rough. And I was like, it's kind of rough. It runs good, but rough. I was going to look at another one, and I was like, well, I got another one to look at. He's like, what do you give me for it right now? I told him. He's like, I'll take it. I was like, dang it,
Should have went lower.
Should have went lower. So we got it back home, and we put a cab kit in it, and we painted it up a little bit. It looks good now. But that needs a hydraulic pump on it, so it's parked right now. So the other big deer is doing double duty.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
So you do paint and stuff like that too?
I mean, for me.
I gotcha.
So I've painted some trucks before, and they've turned out good for me. I would never paint anybody else's vehicle ever. I might paint Jay's if he wants to. It needs paint, but I'm not going to paint anybody else's stuff. I'm a acrylic enamel kind of guy. I'm not going to do base coat, clear coat. It's just not going to work.
Gotcha.
There's going to be dust and bad words in that paint. And yeah, John Deere green's pretty cheap. You can just spray back on there and get that cleaned
that's
up.
True.
So we painted one of my trucks. My 92 Chevrolet I had right out of high school. It was actually my dad's truck. He bought it brand new, and I bought it from him. And of course, in 90s model Chevrolet fashion, the paint peeled off of it. So mom and dad, I was in Gatesville in an apartment working for TxDOT then. My mom and dad and my sister, they went out with the church group to go skiing, and they went to New Mexico, Colorado. One day, so I'm gonna paint my truck now. So I borrowed mom and dad's garage, and I painted my truck in like 5 days, and it looked terrible. I mean, the paint was fine, but like I had a friend of mine help me tape around stuff, and my side looked pretty good, but his was like he tried to tape over all the window stuff, and it was just like touching the paint. It was like, so there's stuff missing, whatever. Well, I was so proud of that truck. Hey man, I got it painted, and Dad was like, yeah, good job. Now there's overspray everywhere in my garage. I was like, you know what, there is. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I had to scrub all that stuff off, replace the screens and everything. It was pretty bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I was using a high pressure, low volume, cheapest gun you could find.
Yeah.
But now I upgraded. I got the mid grade Harbor Freight one that works okay. I was like, it'll lay down some John Deere.
All you gotta do is you're just trying to keep rust off of it.
Yeah, and I want to make it look presentable going down the road.
Yeah,
because it is my brand.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like, it's got to look okay.
Yeah, you're not going to car shows.
No. They wanted me to. My neighbors were like, hey, they had a Christmas parade in Keene. I was like, you want to bring one of the big tractors out there? I was like, I really don't want to road that thing all the way to Keene. That's a long ways to ride it, and for not doing anything. And I was like, it doesn't look the greatest, and I really don't think I want to do that. But thank you though. So yeah, they're not show worthy. I don't think anybody, because they're using tractors.
Yeah, I mean,
so now maybe one day I'll fix a 2010 up and it'll be a show winner because it doesn't get used. There's an arena drag behind it. That's all it does.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that could be a pretty tractor, but that'll be one of those wintertime projects, for 3 winters in a row type of thing.
Yeah, nah.
So
I hear that, man.
Every project we have now is like, oh, we got to be done with that in a couple weeks. It's a 2-week turnaround, and then you're done. So, because then you're always trying to budget your time on stuff that you want to do, and things that you have to do to make the business work. I was like, man, I really like to do this for myself, but I can't because I've got to make some money this month to make it work.
Yeah.
So, and because I'd love to take off like 2 months during the wintertime and not do anything, but you just can't. So
yeah, I get it.
And then I bought a boat. I don't know why. So now,
I got
to find time to go fishing.
Pit. Yeah.
I got a really good deal on the boat, and it was a really good guy. And I bought it at a guy in Blum, and he was actually the first truthful seller I've ever met on any vehicle deal ever. I was like, he had all the titles in his name. the boat, motor, and trailer in his name, ready to go. New registration for the boat. I mean, it was a really good dude. And got there. There's some stuff wrong with it. Negotiated fairly. Got it. So
That's cool. What kind of boat you get?
it's a 18.5-foot Skeeter with 150 on it. It's a 2003 model. 60 mile an hour, pretty quick, man.
All right.
She'll get it. I took it my birthday. I took it out to Kimball Bend. It was open. It opened up that day, so I went up to Brazos with it to Whitney, just to cut around with it. And I went and got fuel at Walmart before we left, and my contact was messing, my right contact. So I went to the bathroom and I was messing with it. And I ripped it. It was my last contact.
Oh man,
my right eye's my good eye, so I stuck it back in there. It was like I was left-eyed the whole day. Just didn't catch anything. But yeah, I lost one pole. That's about it. So, but yeah,
I lost a pole.
Yeah.
There, it already cost you money.
yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, they say a boat, even brand new's broke down. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's what it is.
It's
So,
kind of crazy too. Like both my neighbors have boats. So
Mhm.
my neighbor, he got a boat not too long ago, and he takes the grandkids out fishing and stuff like that. And then I just got some new neighbors on the other side of me, and they lived in a fifth wheel.
Yeah.
For like 9 years.
that's a heck of a fifth wheel.
Dude, I was like, oh my God, I bet you're so ready to be in there. Like, oh yeah. But they were like, we don't have anything. We don't have any furniture. We don't have nothing.
Mhm.
And he was like, I do have a boat though. He was like, nobody cares about boats being in the drive. I said, he's got a boat in the driveway. I said,
Yeah.
it's just going to make me jealous. That's, that's about it. I was like,
I've got friends with boats, but they're like, man, we can take them out anytime you want to. And I know they mean it. They really do.
Mhm.
But
yeah,
my
they want the excuse.
But my schedule's so messed up. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. I might have, lay down hay. I got 2 days for it to dry. I was like, you know what? I could probably go fishing tomorrow after I get done feeding from like 9:30 to 11. I was like, I got a couple hours I can go fishing, and I can. But nobody else has that.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, everybody has their weekends off. I was like,
You don't
and
really
the
have that.
weekends is like you don't have a weekend. So
Yeah.
Sunday we have Sundays. We try not to work on Sundays.
I try really hard not to do that either. If I have to reschedule one of these things or something like that, every now and then I'll do one on Sunday. But I really try to take Sundays like
That's the Lord's day.
not do much, just kind of rest and recover,
Yeah.
man. We're all so busy all the damn time.
The older you get, the busier you get. And I guess at one time you won't be busy anymore and you won't be breathing.
Yeah.
I like being busy. Very rarely am I ever bored. I don't think I've ever been really bored. Always had something to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes I wish I could just sit back and not do anything. Even when I'm not doing stuff, I'm like, I could be doing something. I could go out there and do that real quick.
Yeah.
But I can't. Oh, I did. I was on a Sunday. It was a couple Sundays ago. It was a real quick project. Oh yeah, what it was. So this 98 Chevrolet I have had a small, slow AC line leak. And it was it was right there at the low side pressure port, and the shredder valve was stripped out. Like it wouldn't hold, like a can of 134 would last like a day.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, well, it's $10 a day of air conditioning. I was like, you know what? Not a big deal. I'm just going to switch the lines out. It's 1 bolt here, 2 there. I'll put a dryer on there while I'm at it, no big deal. In and out, quick adventure, 2 hours tops. No. Nope. 1:30 in the morning rolled around and I finally got everything back together. And then I had to do it again. Yeah. Because I went to take everything off and the previous owner had cross-threaded the steel bolts steel nuts into the aluminum housings of everything. And it wouldn't go into the new. I was there with a thread file trying to get everything to fit right. It was, needless to say, I didn't have air conditioning for a couple of days.
Oh man.
And then I was like, I'm doing all new. Everything's gonna be new on it. It's fine. I'm going to order new, evaporator core, condenser, the whole shooting match. And lovely Rock Auto. It wasn't Rock Auto's fault. It was FedEx's fault. FedEx, I call them. But it's on the box. It says fragile. Do not bend. Do not bend. I had it on 3,
Jesus.
and it was a condenser, and it was just moon shaped. I was like, there on my fence. I was like, how did you screw it up that bad? Everything was took apart on the truck. It's like, well, I got to use the truck, and I can't really use it in our air conditioner because it's 114 degrees out here. So I had to bend it back and install it. So I had to install all this bent stuff. and have air conditioning for a couple days, and it was leaking out of the condenser. I was like, all right, well, they sent me a new one, so it's in the house, so I got to redo it all again.
Oh man.
You know, at Starkey Farm and Ranch, we do it right because we do it 3 times.
You know, I feel like I'm the same way because I'll call somebody and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Oh, how much for you just to show up? I'll call you back.
Yeah.
See, I'll see what I can do first.
See, I'm cheap. You know, I was like, I got some customers and I work on their stuff, and it's funny. I don't know if she'll watch this or not, but she tore the deck off of her lawnmower, off of it. And she was looking for another lawnmower. I was like, you don't need to buy another lawnmower. I can weld these 2 tabs back on there, it'll be fine. Well, I don't know. I was like, they're having a special on these lawnmowers, 0% finance. I was like, yeah, but you still have to buy it. I was like, why don't you just pay me $80 to weld this stuff back together and give it back to you? Okay, that'll work. Well, I did that, and I was like, don't plow your driveway with this thing anymore. You know, lift it up. You know, you don't have to cut it on burr. You can cut it on like 2 and it'll be just fine. And then set it outside, and it got water in the gas tank. And so it's got water in the gas or something. I looked at it, sure enough, water in the gas tank. I said, oh, my folder's not running either. Okay, well, I'll look at your folder while I'm there. And got the lawnmower fixed again, and she's got an old Honda 4-wheeler. I mean, they're bulletproof. They're like an 80s model. And turned the key on. I'm like, all right, well, it turns over. Check the oil in it. It's got oil in it. Check the gas. Like, nothing even sloshes in there. I was like, so I texted, oh, your lawnmower's fixed and your folder's out of gas.
Yeah, there ain't no gas.
Yeah, you got no gas in it. And he said, what I owe you? I was like, I don't know, like $40 for coming out and fixing everything. It's fine, you know. I think it's where a lot of people, you know, kind of get mixed up. Like, you can still help people out and still make a little bit of money.
Oh,
like, that, for me, driving over there, diagnosing stuff, and then getting back to the house was like maybe an hour and a half tops of my time. I didn't have to do anything, just change some gas out.
Yeah.
So, you know, we take it to somebody else. It's, well, it's $100 in there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm like, you know, I get it. You got to run it, but, you know, you help somebody out. And of course, they're a hey customer too. You know, it keeps people happy, and it keeps your customers happy, and keeps your name going around. So, hey, you know,
for sure.
Guy's a pretty good dude, and you know, he'll help you out if he can. So,
yeah, and I know a lot of people were, you know, oh yeah, you do this for yourself, so you're gonna cut me a deal, right? And you are cutting deals. I mean, you're doing it for cheaper than big companies would do it and stuff like that. But
I don't have the huge overhead. But
here's the thing, you know, there's still things that you have to pay for, and also time, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing we can never get back.
Nope. That's the one thing everybody wants that you can't buy.
And you know, to me, that's the most precious thing.
Yep.
And
after 5 o'clock, I don't want to work on my stuff. I want to be at home with my family.
Yeah,
that's it. Unless I'm in the tractor. Even then, I was like, I don't want to be in the tractor anymore. I want to go home and be with my wife and kid.
Yeah, I got tired of working all the time.
Yeah.
And it was cool for a while. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting out and doing the hard work when I was doing odd jobs like trimming tree lines and clearing brush and all that stuff. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, there comes a point where it's just like you're doing more damage to your body than you're doing, you know, than the money that I was getting paid. And I wasn't charging that much money. Yeah. You know, I was helping a lot of people out and doing a lot of things for a lot of people. I mean, now I love doing this.
Yeah.
You know, there might be days where I'm tired and I'll be like, oh man, I got a podcast today. You know, I didn't sleep very good the night before or something like that. But man, I get up here and I enjoy it so much. I enjoy the interaction with people and, you know, the BS and learning, you know, and getting to kick around ideas and stuff.
That's probably one of the best things about my job is to get to meet the people.
Yeah.
Like I got a job from a customer. He's been a customer for a couple of years now, and he referred me to somebody else, and they called me. And I just picked up another 40 acres today, which is really cool. And it's right next to another field I got to do. I was like, awesome. So I don't have to charge you X amount. I can, you know, I'm already there.
Yeah.
So
no mobilization.
Yeah, it's right there. So that's been one of the coolest things is to get your name out and have people, I know that guy. He's all right.
Yeah.
Or there's some people are like, yeah. I was like, well, those people you don't want to work with anyway. So we try to be as fair as we possibly can with everybody. But the one thing I do instill into the kids that work for me is like we do the best job we possibly can on everybody's field.
Yeah.
Everybody's. Our fields are the training grounds. If it messes up, you mess up. That's my place.
Learning place, yeah.
We go to other people's places.
We don't mess up.
We don't mess up. If we do mess up, we're fixing it immediately. One of my pet peeves is, when you're mowing hay, that is, our equipment kicks out to the right. So when you make your right-hand turns to turn into another, make your corner, you got to turn out a little bit and come back in, or you'll leave a bit. You'll cut your corners up. I teach them to make them square. I was like, we don't want to flare them out. We don't want to miss any, but you got to be careful with that corner.
That kick out, yeah.
Because they're going to drive by up their driveway, and they're going to look down that fence row, and they're going to want to see straight lines. They want a golf course when we're done, and we're going to give it to them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
And that's cool, man. Yeah, because I'm a big believer in, too, is like try to make it, I do everything the best that I can. And then there's been times, honestly, where I'm like, I could have done things better.
Yep.
But also, that would be more time on them.
Yep.
That they'd have to pay for and this and that. But I try to make everything look really, really good when I was done with it.
Efficiency and looks. I mean, you can get them. Now, me, I can cut and corner real fast. The hands, they're not experienced, and I don't expect perfection. I just expect the effort.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you got to slow down to 3 miles an hour to make that corner. They're going to be square.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's one thing that kind of sets a lot of the guys apart, because hay guys know each other, and we can kind of tell who cut whose field. It's pretty interesting. And
that's wild.
Yeah. And one of them called me the other day, hey, did you cut that over there off of 4 right north of your house? I was like, it wasn't me. I was about to say. I was like, yeah, it wasn't me. And he came back, are you rolling it up over there? He's like, I ain't rolling it up either. He's like, I was about to say. He's like, I know. It's not mine.
Yeah.
So, but do we all have there's tons of different ways to do it. We all have our different ways. But at the end of the day, you want your bales to be level and nice, because you got pride in that. It's like, man, that's what people see right there.
Yeah.
They see the golf course you leave and the perfect bales. It's like, oh man, that's great. So, but there's a lot of folks doing hay. There's more than you think. And I'm just happy that my customers stick with me, because I'm pretty sure they can get somebody cheaper to do it.
Yeah.
But they know that, with us and some other guys out here, they know the quality you're going, and they know that you're going to be there when you say you're going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, yep, I'm going to be there between Tuesday and Wednesday of this week to get it knocked down. Weather depending.
Yeah.
But you got to keep them informed.
Yeah.
Just ghosting people, that's where you lose customers. So
yeah, you got to have that integrity, man.
That, and most of my phone calls and texts are to clients and customers. Hey, rain's setting us back, or your place needs another couple days of drying, or needs another day of drying. Just letting them know that helps out more than anything, because, leave somebody in the dark. They're like, "What? Is she going to be here?"
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know the ins and outs of the job. Me, I was like, oh, I could just, on my place, I don't tell anybody. It's just mine. I know when to do it.
Yeah.
But the people I'm doing it for, they have no idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're just paying somebody to do it. And I agree with that. Like, communication's very much key. Just basically with anything you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, when I was doing odd jobs and stuff like that, man, like, hey, I'd be like, hey, there's a chance of rain, like a big chance of rain today. And I would always say this, like, 3-hour minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, if I show up and I get rained out, I get paid for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And because I know what I charged, and it wasn't very much.
Yeah.
And
you
but
gotta make it pencil out.
And I'd call them and be like, hey, there's big forecast of rain, and they're like, it looks like it's gonna go around us. And I was like, just remember though, I'm 3-hour minimum. You're paying me for 3 hours. If I show up for 20 minutes and it starts raining and I can't work, I get paid for that. And they're like, oh, okay. And they completely understood.
Yep.
I'm not trying to get out of work. It's just
I want you to be smart with your money.
Correct.
And I want you to be happy with my work, but I also
Exactly.
got to make some money. So, yeah. And that's why we have a minimum, when we do people's places.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of confusing to a lot of people. Like, why have a 2 bale per acre minimum? Well, how many is it? What does that mean? Like, I have to make at least, you're going to have to pay me for at least 2 bales per acre.
Yeah, whether you get
regardless. It or not. And they're like, well, why? I was like, well, because it's pretty thin, and we got to drag this equipment over it, and it's got to pay for itself.
Costs money, yeah.
So, I mean,
fuel.
Yeah. And, if you're rolling for under $30 a bale, I mean, you're cutting it kind of close, unless you got some really thick stuff.
Right.
And if you're cutting for $30, cutting, raking, and rolling for $30 a bale, and you're making a bell an acre, I was like, you're losing money. I
Mhm.
was like, you just can't do it. And I feel for the guys that are wanting to get into it and they're doing that. Like, it's like, you need to see where your money's going.
Yeah.
Because
Got to pencil it all out, man.
you're going to get a check in the mail, and you're going to get, Zelle or whatever, you're going to get a check in, it's going to bump it up, but you got to see what your inputs are.
Yeah.
Because they'll get you. And especially diesel. Like, I don't have a diesel truck anymore. I mean, I've got one diesel truck, and it's my top kick. It just hauls. Like, I don't do diesel anymore. I was like, why would I go down the road burning diesel at $4 a gallon and get 14 miles a gallon when I could run a big box Chevrolet that uses $2.80 a gallon and it gets 11 miles a gallon?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no sense in it. It was like, and a cheaper repair. I was like, because I replaced that black Dodge I had. Transmissions. I had 130,000 miles in that truck. 3 transmissions, almost 4 transmissions.
Jesus.
And,
I
was like,
Dodge has always been shitty on their transmissions.
I mean, I liked the automatic was great because you just, and I wasn't beating on it either, but I was just burning them up. And it had maybe 20 bells on the back with my 30-foot trailer, but I was a little heavy, but I wasn't just beating the tar out of it. And $700-800 every time I won a transmission. I was like, $700 for a transmission. That's locally.
Man.
And they can't hold, it wasn't tuned or anything. It was just a stock truck. So, I sold that thing. I had the transmission rebuilt, and then I sold it. I wasn't going to sell a truck with a bunch of trans, because you can clear the codes out on it and it would drive. If you didn't haul anything, it'd be pretty fine. But I was like, well, if I got a truck like that, but it was all right, and then I hooked up to it and freaking transmission started slipping, I'd be kind of mad.
Yeah, no joke.
But, I already had it in the budget to buy a transmission, so I went and did it. I sold it, and I made some money back on it. And then I bought that 98 GMC Top Kick with the cat in it, a 6-speed. I was like, she's slow. It's rough. It's ugly, but it'll last a lot longer.
Yeah.
So
it'll get her done.
Yeah. I bought it from another hay guy out of east of 35, and already had a flatbed on it and everything. I was like, it turns sharper than the Dodge does. It's rough. I'm talking bad. But in true Starkey fashion, we had to put a radio in it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I want to put a subwoofer in that thing. All the trucks that I drive,
You got a sub in it?
it's got a sub in it because I got to jam. I have to. If I'm by myself, I'm jamming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, on the way up here was Limp Bizkit and then Project Pat. And then I think Alan Jackson came on after that on mix, and I was like, it's a little bit of everything. So
yeah, my little Jeep out there, it's got a built-in 8.
Yeah.
Back there. I mean, it's not amplified or anything, but man, you could turn it up.
Yeah.
But so my wife has a 2017 Jeep, and it didn't have the sub back there.
Yeah.
And I'll start cranking the radio up. She's like, if you get past 20, it's going to start popping and this and that. And I was like, oh, we got to do something about this.
Dude, I bought I bought the Kicker 10 Hideaway, and it fits right under my driver's seat, and it's perfect. I mean, it's like in the 83, I got a little better system, but
and you get kind of a butt massage too. At the same
it does
time.
a little bit, yeah. And it's pretty cool because that has to be mounted to the chassis. The way it is designed, it has to be like mounted because it's supposed to shake everything, and
Okay.
it does. It does a pretty good job. And they have a 12 now, but a shallow mount. But I mean, it works. But it's something. It's a little bit more something because at 93 I had the 4x6 speakers everywhere, and there was like no bass at all. I was like, this is terrible. But then the subwoofer survived the fire and got put in the 98. 98 has 6.5s in the front, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I got to have a little bump and everything. The good tractor, my tractor that I bail with, has got the good radio. It's got the 4 speakers and everything in it. The other one has like, I can't remember what it was, like a Jensen, like stock radio.
Yeah.
And like 1 speaker. I mean, you can barely hear it, but it's something.
Man, nowadays I think it's kind of cool. So when I went on that full drive trip, we're in that side by side. So he pulled the radio out of it.
Yeah,
it had a radio in it and speakers. He pulled all that out, and he buys these little JBL round things, and you can just like Velcro it.
Yeah,
like right above you over here.
Yeah,
that thing is clean.
Yep,
it sounds good.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie for that little bitty speaker. And I mean, they're under $100.
Yeah,
I mean,
as long as you keep them charged, they're fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. Well, we went 7 hours.
It was still going?
It's still going.
Wow. I thought about putting one in the boat, a radio in it. And my buddy was like, just get your JBL. I was like, yeah, I could do that, but I like the radio. I listen to 92.1 and 97.1.
Yeah, but you can put it on your phone.
Yeah.
But
I use my phone. I was thinking about all this because that's how my brain works. I think like 5 steps ahead of everything. Like, well, I use my phone for navigation app on the boat. So that's right here. I don't want to have music going on it and taking up a square of it. I was like, but I want to listen to the radio. So I was like, I'm going to get a radio for it.
Yeah.
Just just to have it. So yeah, I don't want to we're in charge of, worrying about somebody else being charged up. So
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool. There's a Garmin app on your phone for boat navigation, and it shows you. I tried it out on. I'm sure all the other guys know about this thing, but I'm just now figuring it out. But I went on the Brazos River with it and put it on there. It's like, all right, I want to go from here to Plowman's Creek up to Nolan, and I put where I wanted to go, and it plotted me a course through the channel around the flooded timber and up into the Nolan.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty neat. It shows you how fast you're going in knots. I was like, I'm going 48 knots.
Well, you got to get you one of those screens.
Oh, I need one.
Yeah. So I know I have a buddy that's a fishing guide.
Yeah.
And he's got those, and it's super awesome because even when you track trips.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, here's your course. And then it'll be like, here's your normal course. Because if you see there's trees or there's rocks or something like that and you're going around those.
Yeah.
So then you'll know when you're going next time, it'll be like, here, you did this but because of some reason.
Yeah.
And, you can follow that course again. And then my neighbor put one in too, and he was like, oh, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
And also it's a fish finder too. So, I mean, you got all that with it.
Yeah, this boat came with 2 hummingbirds on the bow.
Hummingbird. That's what it's called.
Helm. Yeah. And there's one on the bow I could put on there. Can't hear myself again. There we go. And I want to get a 10-inch on the helm with side scan and everything, and then have the other one 2 in the front. But I don't know, just trying stuff out. Something else to spend money on. I heard Garmin just came out with the version 2 of the front facing sonar live scope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I don't think I'll go that route. I have some friends that do live scope, and you can literally see the fish.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and you can throw right to it and then pull it out of the water.
No joke.
I was like, it kind of takes all the mystery out of it. It kind of takes the fun out of fishing. I'm like, I know there's a log over there. I want to see if there's a fish there I can catch. But I mean, to each their own, I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, of course, if you want to spend another $3,000, you can see the fish underwater. I was like, well, that's cool, but I really don't want to spend that money.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah,
man. Trying to get this thing started. There's so many different routes to go. There's so much of this.
Like you wouldn't think about this.
Yeah, I just kind of threw stuff together and got it working, and I'm building the production.
Yeah,
make it a little easier and stuff like that. Working on different things, and I mean, I don't know, man. That's part of the fun.
Part of the fun is building something from nothing.
Yeah,
and take great pride in it, and then because you built it.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way I think about mine. I was like, we built this company. My wife and I did. I was like,
yeah,
we didn't have anybody's hand-me-downs. We didn't have anybody's trackers that we used. We didn't have anybody else's money. It was all ours, and we did it all. And
it's a great feeling.
It is, and I mean, you talk about being blessed. I was like, to be able to do it is amazing. I think I can't hear myself in this thing.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
I think we're going.
Yeah. Well, are we on?
I'm blind.
Yeah, I can't hear anything. Check. Okay.
All right, we're back. Sorry.
Yeah, but like, I had my uncle called me. He taught me a lot about farming, and he's one of the reasons why I do hay today, because I did hay with him when I was a kid. I remembered most of it, and I always thought he was like he knew it all because he did it.
Mm-hmm.
When it kind of humbles you when you don't know it all, when you still do it. But he called me the other day. He's like, "Well, fair, I'll give you a shout since you're the expert now." My 567 would get me fits. It's not rapping when it should, and not stopping rapping. And I got to troubleshoot his baler over the phone.
Yeah,
is it this thing?
No,
I'm not plugged in.
No, I bypassed
it. You bypassed it.
I don't know, man. That mic's new too. I might have to send it back. I don't know.
Check one.
Let me pause again. I'm gonna switch mics.
I'm never getting married.
All right, we're back. Had to change out the mic. I don't know what was going on with that microphone.
I tore it up. I'm good at doing that kind of stuff. I can't fix that right now, though. So
it's all good, brother. It's all good. It wasn't your fault, I promise.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah,
farming and having a spouse with insurance.
Yes, that's one of the most important things. If you're wanting to get into farming, make sure your spouse has insurance and has a job that has insurance, because that is probably the biggest obstacle to overcome. I'm sure you could farm without insurance.
Yeah, but then something happens.
But then, you're one PTO accident away of not farming ever again. So,
Yeah.
And luckily I haven't had too bad of an accident. Let's see, what's the worst accident I've had farming so far? Oh, yeah, last year. Crazy. Like, my worker and I, we just got done. I mean, we had a great day. We rolled up, I don't know, about 150 bales. It was a good Friday. It was a Friday. And we got done at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, man, we got a good day. Nothing broke down. You know what? Take the rest of the day off. You're good. I'm good. I'm going to go relax. I was real pumped. It was one of those good days. So, I won't mention his name, but he's all right, man. Mr. Stark, we'll see you later. Cool. He's walking to his truck. I was walking to mine, and I got hit in the back with something. Oh, son. Like somebody hit me with a pellet gun. It's like, dang. And it was like, oh, yellow jacket or something. So I took my shirt off real fast and shaking it out. Like, is it gone? He's like, I don't see anything. All right. Put the shirt back on. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Walked up to the shop to get me a beer. Got to the shop, got a beer, opened it up, sit down in a little chair. I was like, man, I feel kind of woozy. It's like, I don't feel very good. It's like, I need to go in the house. Pretty quick. I went to stand up. I fell down, hit my oxyacetylene bottles, knocked them down. I couldn't hardly move at all. And I think I had my phone, my watch, my smartwatch with me. And I called Kelly. I was like, I'm in the shop, call 911. And I was just out. I was like, God, I can't move. I can't get up, nothing. Paramedics came and they got me. I was kind of coming to a little bit and I couldn't hardly move. And they're like, what happened? I was like, I got stung by something. And I came in here and I sat down in my chair and I fell over. And they're like, well, you know what it was? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it was. But the best thing they could think of was one of those dang tarantula hawks, those big old black and red, those big ones. Just got me right in the back. It must have got me right into some little vein. It went right to me and just knocked me down. And there was a big old whelp, huge whelp on me for like a week. But they had to take me to the Walls unit, give me, intravenous Benadryl, and just sit me there for a while because it was bad. I felt I couldn't even move. I couldn't walk or anything. It paralyzed me.
Good.
Yeah. And that was like I was like, what? I was like, all right, I can be stung by a bunch of yellow jackets, bees, whatever. It doesn't matter. I can get hit with rocks from, flying debris. But a little bug like that, take me out. I was like, that's insane.
That is insane.
So I went on a killing spree, and I killed almost every one of those things I could find. And there were a lot around my shop. They were burrowed underneath them. Usually they don't really mess with you, but that one just had it out for me. I might have parked the tractor on one of his hives or something. He was a little upset with me, apparently.
Goodness, dude. That's crazy.
But I killed all of them that I could find. But they're literally huge. I saw one of them taking a wolf spider into its den. I was like, yeah, they don't play around. But they're not the yellow and black ones. They're the dark red, black ones. Look a huge dirt dauber, but they're not. They're vicious. So,
yeah, I've seen one. I was at my.
You hear that?
Yeah, it's the wind.
All right, got you.
Yeah, it's a common thing. You're gonna hear it no matter what, because the airport's right there, and there's nothing to block it.
Yeah.
So when it just comes around this corner,
that's one thing I'd like to cut is the airport. I would love to get that contract.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I got a friend of mine who's got a plane out there, so
there you go.
Pretty cool, man. It's actually my neighbor. He's got one.
I know a guy that's on the board.
Oh yeah. We'll talk offline. We'll take this offline. But no, he's got a pretty cool plane out there. It's a twin engine Cessna, but engine in the front and in the back.
Okay.
I was like, that's interesting. We went up in it and took some fly around the house. I was like, that's pretty cool. So one thing I'd like to do is learn to fly, but
it's a lot of time, man.
Yeah. Like Tom Petty.
A lot of hours.
Wings.
And it could get expensive. It's not expensive as I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be way more expensive.
I think you're getting your private, just kick around. It's not that bad, but when you go commercial, I got a friend of mine, his son to do commercial, and it was pretty expensive, but he wants to do the big stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to do it.
Well, you got to have so many hours with an instructor, and then so you got to pay for the plane and the instructor, which, they need to be paid for their time too. You got to pay for fuel and all that stuff. And then you got, with everything else,
when you're paying like $400 to go fly around for a few hours,
Yeah.
that's not that bad.
No.
I figured it'd be like close to $400 an hour. And he was
Yeah.
like, oh no, man, $400 gets you a few hours. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I didn't know that.
But I mean, it is expensive to run those things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's a thrill.
And you got to have so many hours to
Yeah.
like get your license too, and that's part of it, you know. But it's over, you know,
Yeah.
so much time.
Like that one lady that crashed not too long ago. She's like, she got all of her licenses and everything in like a year, but she was constantly doing it. But then she ended up crashing and killing her and her dad. Like she was doing everything for the Instagram and, you know, videotaping and everything.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't know, man. And there was a bunch of drugs in her system and stuff. I'm like, dude, that's the one thing I would not want to do, even slightly inebriated.
Yeah,
was
because
fly a plane.
I think before you can even like start the program or whatever, you have to like do tests, and you can't have anything in your
Yeah.
system. So even if you have like ADHD or whatever, you can't take your
Yeah.
ADHD medication.
Yeah.
Which that's cool. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD and I don't take any medication at all.
You know, we just call that being hyper. It's fine. Just give you something to do and you're fine.
Scatterbrained.
Yeah. You know, I don't even drink beer when I'm farming. I was like, there's no way. I was like, it's harder to get a straight line when you're sober.
Oh yeah.
Imagine
for sure.
doing it when you're drinking. I was like, I bought one of those tractors and I got it home, and there was literally an 18-pack of empty, you know, Bud Light cans underneath the seat. Like, how do you do it? I don't know how. I can see how you could do it, like if you were plowing or something,
Yeah.
and you're just going straight up and down the rows, and you're at 9, I guess, but that's just not the way. I couldn't do it.
It's my chilling time.
Well, that and like when you're baling, you have, you know, especially when you're cutting was the worst, because you have, you know, 2 levers here, you go up and down, you're in and out, and then you have throttle, then you have your steering wheel. It's like, all right, you got your hand on, you know, 2 or 3 levers at all time. And your gear shift right here. It's like, you're always paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have time. Like, they have ashtrays in there. That's how old these tractors are. It's like, how can you smoke and bale hay at the same time? You got to be going at a snail's pace, because there's no way I could. It's like, it'd be great to have a cigar.
I was gonna say I could probably torch a cigar,
But I mean, it's always like, I did one place in Alvarado, and I rolled up 100 and I don't want to get it wrong. It was 179, and I was rolling up 54 bales an hour.
dang, you're
So every minute and 10 seconds, I was pulling a lever constantly. It's like, there's no way to even ash. You can't open it.
you just let it fall, man. You just let it fall where it falls.
Yeah, just get one of those beer helmets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see how guys do that. I mean, I guess they're better operators than I am, but I don't know.
It's my chill time.
Yeah.
I like it. You know, it's like after I get done with something.
Yeah, I don't drink beer just to drink beer. I mean, I've got to be with somebody. I can't just do it on my own, because I'm like, it's not that much fun. So there's some people who can do it, but I can't. So
I use my wife for that.
yeah, I mean, I used to could, but I used to couldn't either. So, but yeah, I'm ready to pound them down there in Austin, by myself. But of course, I was a degenerate back then. I lived in Austin. You have to be.
I go to Austin a lot.
I know. I like Austin. It was good.
It's okay.
We lived. Well, I had my apartment. Yeah, I think it's funny. I moved from San Antonio to Austin. I got transferred from the office in San Antonio to Austin, and I moved into a really nice apartment. It's off of Barton Creek, and there's a resort out there, Barton Springs, a little golf course type thing off out of Bee Caves almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really, really nice apartment complex, and they shouldn't have allowed me in there, because there was I had a garage. It was a 1-bedroom with a garage, and I needed a garage because I needed to put my worthless 1976 model tri-hull fishing boat in there, a 3-wheeler, and a trailer that I put sideways on the wall. And I was probably the youngest guy in this whole community. And I'd get up in the mornings on, Saturday mornings early to go off-roading with my buddies in Marble Falls. Crank the 3-wheeler, load up on the back of my truck, whatever, and they did not like me at all. And my neighbors really liked me because I would work on their cars and stuff, and we all got along, but the bigwigs did not. So it came time to re-up my contract. They upped it like $400 a month just to get me out of there. I was like, I understand.
Man, now I can't even imagine what that would cost.
I don't, because I was paying, I think I paid, it was $850 a month for that apartment. And that was pretty expensive, on my salary back in the day. I was like, I can swing that. I mean, I make it pretty good. But now it'd probably $2,000, maybe, I don't know.
I know, it's insane, dude.
But then I was telling my friend at work about it, was like, yeah, they re-up my contract for like $450 a month, and I'm not going to do that. I need a better place to live. And she was like, well, I got a friend of mine who just bought a house. He might want a roommate. I was like, I really don't want a roommate. I mean, I think I was like 24, 25 at the time. I think 24. He's like, well, I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. Y'all probably get along. All right, whatever, we'll meet. So he got numbers, and the name was Carl. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm maybe looking for a roommate. Well, I don't know. Let's come over and hang out, see what happens. All right, cool. So I stopped, as men do, as an offering present. You get a 6-pack of Shiner in a bottle.
Yeah.
And I show up to the house, and I kid you not, like I had a 2001, it was a 2002 Chevrolet half-ton, short bed, single cab. I pulled into the driveway. He's got a 2002 GMC short bed single cab. I was like, we might get along. We show up. He had a 6-pack of Shiner. I was like, I think we're going to get along. We ended up being roommates for, I don't know, 2-3 years. We never had a crossword. We're best friends now. We talk every day. I mean, he was in my wedding. I mean,
Isn't that cool?
yeah, I mean, it was the best. We had some of the best times. We had poker nights. I mean, we'd have 40 people at the house.
I know, man.
4 tables. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And we all got along together. And then we all had to get married. So, and we had to have,
It ruins everything.
It ruins everything. But,
it's like,
yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like a different season of your life.
It is. We still talk, and he's coming down.
You appreciate those times even more now.
Oh, yeah, because we look back, we get together like, man, those are some awesome times.
I know, dude.
Who would have a shirt on? I threw you up in the air to hit the moth in the ceiling, and you came down, hit your head in the concrete. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? We thought you had a concussion, but you didn't. Yeah.
We used to, so I lived with both of my cousins at one point in time. And we had fight nights at the house where we like bought pay-per-view of the UFC fights and stuff like that. And we'd invite all these people over, just have like a big party. And it would always turn into a fight night at the house.
Yes.
Like, our friends would not jive like we all jived. And then next thing you know, there's people out there in the gravel parking lot going at it. We're just like, we'll quit in a few minutes.
Yeah. In the laneway, don't come on the property. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, that happened a couple times there, but not too, because we were in a pretty good area. But once again, we were
we were in the country.
Yeah, we weren't. We were like in the cusp of being in the country. We're in almost a driftwood.
No, we were off Island Grove Road.
Yeah.
It's not very far from where you live, actually. It's it's a few miles away.
Over 310 down that way.
Yeah, it was right off 310.
Yeah, that's where the stuff happened. I know some other miscreants up at 310 that still do that kind of stuff. So won't mention any names, but yeah. And then Austin was good, and then I moved to Fort Worth. Then I went to work for TxDOT there in Fort Worth. So that was good. And then that monkey branched me back to the private sector. So
how was the private sector, man?
What I liked about the private sector was you did work, and you were over, like you had a budget, and you had to stick to it.
Yeah,
and
a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, and you had to be sharp. I've still got friends that do it, and I really enjoyed doing that work. Working for a good engineer was like the best thing you could do. Worked in Frisco at a company, and had a really, really, really good engineer, and I was a designer. Actually, there was 2 engineers, and I was their designer. And when you jive with the people you work with, I mean, it's so much better. I mean, we would just knock stuff out of the park. I mean, we would be under budget all the time because we just worked good together. Everybody could take criticism. I wasn't just a designer, and they weren't just my engineer. They made the final call. Their name was on it. And if I saw something that might not work, it was like, hey, I don't know if this might not work. You want some clear cover here, 1.5 inches, but we're using 2-inch rock. Maybe we need to change the concrete or something. They didn't go, I'm the engineer.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, that might make sense. And then we go out and drink beer later on. It's fine. I love that work. And then you get in some private sector work that people have a chip on their shoulder. And no matter what you do, we try to, you're working for the client. You're not working for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You try to be good for the client. And, it just didn't work. And personalities clash. So You know, I wasn't really cut out for being behind a desk, but I was good at what I did because I know how stuff goes together.
Yeah.
That's what made me good at that job. I wouldn't do it again. I don't think. I mean, if I had to, I would. But now that AI is coming up, I don't even know if draftsmen and designers can even. I don't know. There's always got to be somebody to babysit AI.
Yeah. So I use AI a little bit with my job, and usually it's just, man, I have to ask for receipts. Like, what are the resources that you're getting this from, so I can double check it, because it's going to give you an answer regardless. That's what it's programmed to do, and it's weird because it'll lie to you. And so I've figured out to where, like, hey, I need you to make sure that you're doing this, and you're giving me links, and you're giving me where you're getting this information from and this language from. And it makes it easier on me because I do get to, like, the links are right there. So it takes my research time from this to this.
Yeah.
But still, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong, and it's wrong, and it's wrong, and it's wrong.
It gives you a good starting point.
Correct.
It gives you a good foundation, but then you have to create that foundation before you build on it.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think they got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Who knows what can happen in 5 years?
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't think it's taken over that stuff, because going out in the field, looking at something and putting eyes on it and then designing it is so much different than, oh yeah, I just got information and it's going to throw something together.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's going to have to be some kind of human aspect that goes and checks all these things.
You know, you can get a LiDAR scan of a bridge, and it gives you a lot of information. It gives you tons of information, more information than you need. Like, I know the bridge is not square. I know it's not, 'cause I know they didn't build it square. I know it's not exactly 43 foot 6 inches wide. I know that. But the contractor needs something to go off of, and he can't go off of a squiggly line. So there's got to be somebody there to dumb it down. Okay,
I just did it again.
I just did it again. So it's not the mic.
It's not the mic. It must be a cable or something.
All right,
because that's not even hooked up.
And we can still hear. All right, cool. I'll just move closer.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's going on with that.
It's my booming voice.
Might just be the cable.
It's
Maybe it's just a shitty cable.
It's my baritone. It's soothing it to sleep.
It's probably a shitty cable. I just need to switch out the cable. I didn't even know what that was.
I don't know what it stands for, but I just know the.
I don't either. I was watching a show and they were like, "Do you want to do AMSR?" And I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And then she was like,
Wait,
with a lighter, and like they're like taking a lighter over her ear, and I was like, "The hell is that?" So I had to look it up.
Yeah. What does it stand? I don't know what it stands for. Audio, sensory.
Yeah, it's you just
movie.
Yeah, you just listen to sounds.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't remember what it stands for, but you listen to sounds.
Well, apparently they don't have ringing in their ears yet, because you can listen to sounds all day long when you have ringing in your ears.
Dude,
Yeah.
I get constant.
We're at.
But you know, my two biggest hobbies growing up, I played in a band and I shot guns.
Loud and noisy.
And they're constantly around, like full-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Straight pipe trucks. Or barreling through like a big mud hole.
Straight pipe trucks, I tell all the kids this, they sound good to you. And I've said this to myself, that sounds really good to me. Everybody else, one time we lived in Fort Worth when we moved down here, had a motorcycle. You might have seen it, I'm not sure. It was in my shop, but I don't have it anymore. I sold it because I was married. And that was a good decision. But it was a Vulcan 1500 classic. It had long shots on it. And we were in Fort Worth at a really, really nice place. My wife place before we were married because she was the nice person and I lived in a not so nice house. Anyhow, I got the right idea to take the baffles out of those mufflers one day. And I did. And I cranked it up and it sounded so good to me. And I took it down the road to set off almost every car alarm. And I had to come back and park it. So it was extremely, extremely loud. It was so funny on that bike because it was a Japanese bike. It wasn't a Harley. Called it a Farley. But the designers were so smart on that particular engine that it was supposed to idle at like 1100 RPM and just be smooth. It was a V-twin,
Mhm.
but it's supposed to be smooth. But if you tuned it down to 900, the spark box on the CDI had a different program. It would go into a lope tune. It would sound like a Harley. I was like, that's insane. They wanted it to sound, but they couldn't make it sound like one from the factory because Harley had a patent.
Yeah, because Harley's got the patent on that sound.
Yep.
Or you can't do that.
Yeah, so I was like, that's pretty cool. It sounds good. But then I put an aftermarket CDI on there to get a more spark advance, and it wouldn't do it anymore. I was like, oh, it's too smooth. So I put the old one back in. I was like, I want it to sound like a Harley. I don't want to pay for one, though. So,
Man, I had a 01 3/4 ton full drive Chevy, and it still had the cats on it and everything, and it just put some 12-inch
glass packs on
it. Dude. Yeah. I'd start it up in neighborhoods and car alarms would start going off. It was so loud.
This darn pickup I have now, the white one, I bought it from a guy in Hyco. So it was Hyco, Texas loud. It's a big block. And he had like 12-inch glass packs, true duals with like 2-inch pipe and echo tips.
Yeah.
It was stupid loud. Like I brought it home. I brought it home with the big truck. I pulled it home on the trailer and I got home with it and cranked it up to get off the trailer. And my neighbor, who's about, I don't know, a quarter mile away from my house, texted me, like, we can hear that. I was like, I'm putting mufflers on it. Don't worry, Leanne. Sorry, Leanne. But yeah, but I got Flowmasters on there like an adult now.
Yeah. So, and it's funny too, you know, they say that like, oh, if you put like an exhaust system on your vehicle, it gets better gas mileage because it's got less back pressure. That is not true because your foot gets in it more.
Yeah. I have somebody that I know that says that. And I was like, there's no possible way that you could tune a vehicle and put a tuner on and get more power out of it and get more fuel mileage because you're going to be in it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who you are.
When you can hear it, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
But that thing gets, you know, respectable 11 and a half, 12. That's not bad. And I mean, it's for a big block, it's not bad.
Yeah.
So
surprisingly, my Jeep, I get like 16 out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not that bad.
Well, it probably weighs.
Yeah, it doesn't weigh nothing.
If that.
I mean, it's just 2-door, so
yeah.
It's
automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to get pretty good fuel mileage.
I wish it was a standard.
You know, the standards now aren't the standards of old. I know that a lot of even the smart cars, they're standards.
Really?
They're made by Mercedes-Benz. It's got a 6-speed manual gearbox in there, electronically controlled.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have a gear shift. You don't have anything. And then the new Jeeps, I think, even the 6-speed Jeeps, the clutch is electronically controlled.
Yeah,
so you just push it in and then you let out and it, yeah. So there's really no skill in it anymore.
That's weird.
I was like, well, if it's going to do all that for me, I'll just have it all automatic.
Yeah, no joke.
So, yeah.
Jeeps are kind of cool too because, like, so the gas pedal's pretty stiff.
Mm-hmm.
I know every time I get into a new vehicle, I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, because I'm used to that stiff. Because it's made that way, so you don't plow through something you shouldn't plow through.
You don't whiskey throttle.
You're on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, you don't whiskey throttle on there.
Correct.
So,
yeah, that's weird, man.
Yeah, we rented a Rubicon when we were in Hawaii a couple of years ago, anniversary vacation, and it was the 4-cylinder with the had some little electronic, it was a hybrid type thing. That was pretty slick. I mean, it ripped pretty good being a 4-cylinder, but the electric boost. In Hawaii, there's only 55 mile an hour speed limit, so you're not blazing anywhere. But it was like, it's a Rubicon, and we're not doing cheap stuff with it, but it had all the electric push buttons where you can unlock the sway bars and everything from I was like, dang, that's pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
I never got to use it, but they've come a long way with Jeeps. They're a lot more comfortable. I didn't notice any ducks in your Jeep though.
There's like one in there.
Okay.
So most of the time, like when people leave ducks or whatever, when I'm around kids or whatever, I'm like, hey, you want this?
Here's a duck. Yeah.
take the duck.
Yeah.
My wife's got a bunch on hers.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do them like straight out the dash. She just throws. There's like a little tray up there, and she just throws them all, and they're just all on there. Sometimes when we go through like a bump or something, like ducks go flying everywhere, and it cracks me up.
So I never understood the duck thing,
dude. You got me on that.
Okay,
I don't even know
because I know it kind of started back in it was like 06, 7-ish. I noticed it when I used to be on the Chive. They used to start doing that.
Okay,
so
I remember that website.
Yeah.
That was a cool website.
It was there for a while. I don't know. It went off the deep end. I don't know what happened to it. It just became
They
a
still
bunch
have
of
Chive TV. Every now and then I'll go to like a
Yeah.
a sports bar or something like that, and they'll have like Chive TV up where it just shows random crap all the time.
Yeah,
and it's fun to watch.
yeah. But I
I-
used to be on
I
the
have no idea what the duck thing is. No, I don't know where it came from. I've probably gotten maybe 5 or 6 ducks on my Jeep,
yeah.
and it's probably because I don't have them lined up all
Yeah.
on the dash. I'm sure if you got them lined up on the dash, you probably get ducked all the time. But I think it's just like a Jeep thing.
What
You
if
know,
you
we
put-
all wave at each other,
Yeah.
and then
We put $5 on the dash. Would they give you $5? Like, would that work?
I mean, I would rather them give
Can
me
we
$5.
start
than
something like
duck.
that? Just put $5 on the dash, and then they'll give you $5. That would be more practical.
And I just think somebody's gonna break into my Jeep
True.
to take that $5.
Yeah, it's like Taylor Swift tickets.
Man, I just noticed the other day that somebody stole my hitch, my ball.
Dude, yeah, they'll do
And I
it.
had a lock on it.
Yep.
I had a lock on it too.
Just hit a hammer.
And yeah,
Yep.
dude, it somebody took it, and I was like, well, that's $60 that's gone.
Just go buy it at the pawn shop for 40. Same one.
Yeah, probably the same one. I
Same
should look
one.
in Fort Worth because
Yeah.
I'm sure it got stolen
Yeah.
at the gym.
Mine got stolen at a place up there
Yeah.
that I used to work at.
I didn't think I had to worry about it. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
I used to worry about it a lot when I didn't have a lock on it. I
Yeah.
was like, is anybody just go pull this pin
Yeah.
and take it? But
I'm pretty sure mine got stolen at the Pet Boys on my cart.
it was probably Pet Boys.
Probably was Pet Boys.
For when they were
They were
tire
pretty
guys.
good. Yeah. I mean, was the Pet Boys down there? There's a Pet Boys down there, I think. There's an AutoZone, I think. Yeah. What's that?
Some truck or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it.
I'm telling you, man, that mic picks up everything.
I like it. I need it in my house. we were at vacation. We were staying in a cabin, and it was all tile floor and real hard ceilings and stuff, so it was really echoey. And I can't hardly hear anything if there's any background noise at all. Like I have to be right here. And my mom's trying to say something. I was like, I can't hear you. And I had the baby. He's like, I can't hear you. I was like, if you just move a little bit closer, I can hear you. And she's not mad. I was like, I'm really not trying to be an idiot. I just can't hear.
I can't hear.
Oh, I'm just trying to be ugly. Like, no, I just can't hear. I want to see what you have to say. I just can't hear you.
I don't know. The older I get too, I'm like, yeah, I'm really pushing this on not being able to hear things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when when I sit down and get comfortable, I was, hey, honey, can you help me?
Huh?
And I'm like, I don't hear anything.
I got my earbuds in. I had one guy working for me. Is it me? That's you.
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's my mom calling.
And
She doesn't know I'm in a podcast, so
yeah.
I forgive her. She is on my emergency contact. That's the only reason why I came through is because she's on my emergency contact.
Yep. I was had a guy working for me, and he always had his earbuds in. Always had them in. And I tried to talk to I was like, hey. And he wouldn't answer. I'm like, those damn earbuds out of your head. Get them out of your head and don't put them in anymore. You can't hear what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, it was just funny.
I had
Get them out of your head.
Get those things out of your head. I had some JBL audio ones.
Yeah.
So I like to run around, my neighborhood.
You're better than I
But
am.
I can't.
Just running.
But the thing is like for one, when I'm running, I can only put one in.
Yeah. I had to hear
And I
something.
could still hear but I could still, like with those earbuds,
I can't have any situation awareness.
it allows you to hear outside noises too. You can program it to hear
Yeah.
outside noises. So I can hear a car's coming. Now, man, they make like shooter ones where you can put them in. They tone everything down. You can hear everything just fine. So, and you can program it to where you can turn it up. So if you're hunting,
Yeah.
you can have your music playing real softly in your ear. And then if you hear,
Yeah.
you can still hear it.
Yeah.
Ain't that wild? Of
That's-
course, they're super expensive, but
My walkers kind of do that. It's not as good.
yeah, my
But-
walkers aren't.
Mine
That
kind
good.
of crackle. Now they are my walkers are on lawnmower duty now. But yeah,
I've gone to all wired.
Yeah.
I don't use the wireless ones.
well, they run out of battery anyway.
Well, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think it fries your brain.
Not my what's left of it. It's already fried.
I mean, they talk about the 5G tower. You know, it was
Yeah.
weird in 2020. All these towers started going up,
Yeah.
and there's like one right over here by my house. I don't get any better service.
No.
Like I get shitty service at my house.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm like a few hundred yards away from that thing.
Is it a T-Mobile tower?
Who
I don't know.
hell, who the hell
I don't-
knows what it is?
I don't know. AT&T is the only person I get service with out of my house. T-Mobile, Verizon, Cricket, nothing in my house.
I have AT&T.
And they put a new tower up right there in off of 4. It used to be the old NextLink tower, but I think NextLink's going away because everybody has, United or AT&T. And those AT&T guys are getting a little pushy. Bad. They came over to my house when I was out cutting hay and my wife was there working. And he was persistent. Like, well, I need to know what internet y'all have. And he's like, well, I don't know. Colt takes care of all that mess. Where's he at? He's like, he's out working. So don't ever tell me you're alone.
Yeah.
But I'll just come back.
He's cleaning his guns right now.
Yeah. Well, I was come back around 7. I was like, well, you go right ahead then. But what's in that Walmart the other day? And I was going to get some walkies because we're going to caravan down to the Frio. And I had one walkie that wouldn't talk to the rest of us. So I'll just buy some more walkies. I walked in the electronics section, and this guy was like, how you doing, man? Oh, pretty good. How are you? Oh, pretty good. Hey, can I ask you what internet service you have? And I literally told him, I don't want to hear it. He's like, what? I was like, I don't want to hear what you have to say. What you mean, man? I was like, I get ads all the time. I don't want one in real life.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just kept walking.
I think that's just what the world's coming to.
Yeah, and then he had somebody, on my way back, like I got my walkies and I was walking back. He had somebody on the line, we're trying to get you in AT&T, stuff, for $40 a month. I was like, yeah.
Every time we get a hailstorm, dude, it's like,
I know it.
dude, there's 2-3 months of people every day knocking on my door. And I'm like, I'm not answering you.
Yeah.
Like,
don't.
just go away.
We have this huge dog now, Jasmine. She's like 135 pounds. Huge. She just showed up one day. She was hanging around the 3 neighbors' places, so we adopted her. Got her fixed and everything, but she's a massive. She's a Great Pyrenees. She wards off a lot of people, which is good. But we used to get them all the time coming up. I'm like, dude, I can throw a rock and hit 3 roofers from my house. Y'all all use the same contractors.
Yeah.
They're the same people. So I got 2 guys that would roof my house. And that's fine. They're friends of mine. That's fine. But yeah, I got a hand to them, just going to people's houses and cold calling. I was like, that's pretty dang dangerous. I was like, and it can't be that rewarding. You can't have that many people saying, yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm like,
you'd be surprised, man. I've heard lots of people talk about how they make some money doing like GCN and stuff. And that's one of the big ones. But if you're going to do roofing, you gotta follow the storms.
Yeah.
Which is a thing.
Yeah,
but if you're going to do it here, you might as well be a general contractor and
constantly
have your crews doing this, and this. And then when a storm comes in, that's just a paycheck.
The guy that does my roofing, that's what he does. He's got his crew and they do stuff. And then when roofs come around, they do roofs.
Yeah.
But he's not a fly-by-night guy.
Yeah. That's one of the things you want to really,
and
the last person that did my roof, they're not a fly-by-night. They're actually going to come on the podcast in September.
Oh, nice.
It's called Community Construction.
Yeah.
Super good people.
Yeah.
Quality business. I would use them again in a heartbeat. The people that put on my siding and stuff on my house too, I'd use them. I would recommend them to anybody.
Yeah.
They're like
they local?
They're out of Venus, I think.
Okay.
So it's like
not too far away. Yeah.
Elite Exteriors, I think. So they're like windows and siding and stuff like that. Super, super good people. They don't take a dime until
that's one thing
until you're completely satisfied.
I did some pretty extensive work to a guy's pickup. And it was a newer truck. We're talking 2017. And it was a friend of mine's truck. And he talked to me about it a couple years ago about doing a cam kit and stuff. I was like, that's kind of new stuff. I really don't want to, mess with it. It's computers and, they're kind of hard to work on because the engine's shoved back behind stuff. I was like, if you're in a bind and you want somebody to do something, I probably can, but it's going to take me a while. All right, I'll use somebody else. No big deal. Cool, man. Not a big deal. He called me. It was the beginning of this year. He's like, I got to have somebody to fix this truck. It's at another guy's shop right now. It's been there for a year. I've paid him like a bunch of money to do it, and he hasn't done anything with it. Can you fix it? I was like, get it over here. So him and his dad pulled the truck over to my house, and the guy, he had pulled the heads off of it, and intake off of course. Mismatched parts, put it back in the bed of his pickup, and the engine has just been open, and the truck's been outside for over a year. And it went in for a cam and lifters. And I was like, dude, we could put it together, but you don't have any valve covers left. Half the bolts are missing. I don't know where everything is. The engine's full of dirt. I was like, we could pull it out and rebuild the short block, but you're in it so much freaking labor just doing that. It's like, just go to LKQ and get you a motor and put it in. And, all right, well, I can do that. He goes, what I owe you? I was like, you don't owe me nothing until it's done. I mean, you buy the motor, it's fine with me, but we'll settle up on small parts and labor later on. And it cost him like our labor and parts was like $2,800, but we got it turned around in like a week. But he got his truck back. But you should not have to pay anybody any money down to do a job. I'll be like, all right, if I get it. When we first started this mess, and we had a big job, I had to swallow some cash to buy equipment to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
But once you buy it, it's bought. But if you're paying somebody half down to do a $10,000 job and they've got $5,000 in their hand, they ain't coming back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm like, I feel for people because people won't be trusting. I did that with a tree guy. I did it. I paid him. I did it with not with the tree guy. Had a guy come and he was going to tint my tractor windows. Got a Granberry. Wish I knew his name. I'd blast him right now. But I paid him a good amount of money to tint my tractor windows. I wanted them like they weren't that dark, like not even limo. It was like, I don't know what it is, like 18, 20. I mean, they weren't that dark. I didn't want it. I wanted to be able to see out at night, but I wanted the heat to come off of me. And I was busy doing stuff. So I paid him for a job. I let him use my shop. And so here you go. I might not be home whenever you get done, but here you go. I appreciate you coming out and doing it. I got back, and it was the most hacked up job I've ever seen. And it was the darkest tent. I couldn't see through it hardly during the day. I was like, so I called him up. I was like, hey, man, this is not what I asked for. He's like, well, good luck. I was like, all right, man. So I had a couple of choices. I could take him to small claims court, but he wouldn't have shown up.
Yeah, and you got to pay $400 or something like that.
I was like, well, is it worth me doing it? I was like, it's not worth my time. I'll just eat that and go somewhere else. So I went to Runnels last time. They did a great job. I drove the tractor there. They had it for a day. They did exactly what I wanted. It was perfect. And they'll do the rest of it. I was like, I'll gladly pay them more than pay some dude in a Mini Cooper to come out and do it again. I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, so my house, I wanted windows replaced. I mean, they're original windows. My house was built in 76, so we're on 50 years now.
Yeah.
And windows done, hardy siding put up, and I had them like rebuild the back porch, and patio and stuff like that. And he told me I had like 5 different contractors come out.
Yeah.
Because when you do the hardy siding thing, they send out all these people to do the bids. And every single one, except for him, said they wanted a down payment. And he goes, I don't take a dime until we are completely done. And he goes, I personally am going to walk around the house with you and we're going to look. And I want you 100% happy. And he goes, if you say that you want something, oh, that's got to be caulked and painted better. Oh, this needs to be done. That needs to be done. He goes, we'll fix it. And I'm not going to take a dime until, like I said, you were 100% happy.
Yep.
And I love that.
Yep.
I mean, that was great. He did a great job. I mean, I couldn't find anything wrong with their work. There was like one part of my screens or whatever that had like a little bitty nick in it. Wasn't their fault. It's probably delivered that way.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not too worried about it.
I stopped trusting people that want down payments, like, because I don't farm much out. What I do farm out is stuff that I really don't have time to do, but now I'm lucky enough that I actually have the money to do that and do something else that will make me money. That's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, somebody saying, well, can you half down right now? I'm like, that's like, no, you can't.
Even me doing odd jobs. Of course, I didn't take any on, it wasn't no $20,000 jobs or anything, but still, like, I'd be in the hole.
Yeah.
$500-600 buying paint and wood and this and that to redo something. And then, but no matter what, I'm like, it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to get it back.
Well, you got skin in the game.
Yeah.
If you invest a little bit of time and money in somebody else's job that you're hired to do, you want to do a good job because you want the rest of it.
All right.
So, yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of people out here that don't think that way.
That's true. Yeah, my dad had that happen to him with the tree guy as well. He paid a guy like $600 or something like that.
Was he in a white Chevrolet?
I don't remember, man. It was a long time ago.
Because I had one of them. It's funny. He was in a white Chevrolet.
He was a crackhead, but he should have known better.
This was, I didn't know he was a crackhead, but he was. And I hired him to trim all the trees at my house. I was like, here's what I want. Trim these trees up. I want to be up 13 foot so I can get my tractor underneath it. And then take all the trimmings and put it up on the north pasture. I showed him where the burn pile was. Put it over here. And then, like, I don't know, 8 hours later, he's like, oh, we're done. I was like, dang, already? My gosh. How? There's no way you get all this done in 8 hours and pull everything up. You got 50 guys working here? No. Just him and his dad and 2 day laborers they hired, and all the limbs were just laying there. I was like, well, the limbs are laying here. Well, yeah. I was like, told you to bring them to the burn pile. Well, that wasn't included in the price. I was like, well, I told you it was. I was like, well, that's going to take us like 5 hours. I was like, well, man, what do you mean to do? I told you where to put them. Well, we can't do that. I was like, what do you mean you can't do that? He's like, I can't afford to do that. I mean, we can't. I didn't agree to that. I was like, so you weren't with me in this side by side, and you didn't see where the burn pile was. Well, yeah. I thought you just showed me where the burn pile was. Why would I show you where the burn pile was? I didn't want you to bring all these limbs over here. And
that's when you go like, oh, that's why they have contracts.
Yeah, I was like, all right, got it. And I can't remember that guy's name for nothing, but he's no longer in business. But then I called a branch boss. I was like, I got to have somebody come out. 'Cause I had a friend of mine, he bought a brand new tractor. He's proud of it, too. He bought a brand new tractor with the grapple on it. And I was like, that'd be handy. Bring it over here and I'll rent it from you. And it's one of those, you can't do everything at once. You can raise it, or you can curl it, or you can grapple, but you can't do it all at once. So it's just like, I would just pick it up, put it in a bed of truck, but we were busy haying. So I called branch boss. He came out and said, yeah, we'll get it taken care of. And they were really reasonable. So I needed to trim it again. I called branch boss, and they came out and they knocked that apart, charged me a day rate for the whole crew, and they got everything done. I was like, yeah, that's way better.
Yeah. And
they dumped everything in the burn pile where it's supposed to. But that first guy down there killed my freaking huge pecan trees. Like, he didn't put anything on them at all. I had to go back and paint everything with the tar. And I was like, yeah, that would have been bad. But yeah, it's kind of a theme I've seen in growing up. You got to get screwed a few times before you figure out how to.
Yeah. And I learned some lessons too. Like, I've told somebody I'll be done by an evening, and then be like, I was a little overzealous. I have to come back tomorrow.
Yep.
But man, I used to show up at the dump with my little 7 by 10 foot trailer.
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm so impressed that you got this many limbs on. Dude, it was twice as high as my Jeep was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just
single axle. We don't have dual axles.
Yeah. Single axle.
Yeah.
Trailer.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I'm so impressed with how you could stack all those. It was so big.
Yeah.
And I would just have a tarp, like little bitty tarp on the top of it, like everything strapped.
You tarped it?
Yeah.
That's better than half the people.
I had to.
Yeah.
It was so tall, man. I mean, it would seriously be putting another Jeep on top of my Jeep, and that's how tall the limbs were.
I'm not making 2 trips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not making 2 trips. Yep.
Well, I had to make 2 trips. That was the problem. I thought I could fit it all.
Oh. Should have stopped by the house and got the 30-footer. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I don't even know if that Jeep would pull a 30-foot. I think the tow capacity is like 2,500 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, he bought the 20-footer, maybe. Yeah. It's funny.
I've stacked so much stuff on that little bitty trailer.
Mhm.
It has definitely been worth its weight in what I paid for it.
Yeah. What year's that Jeep?
2010.
Okay. Oh, she's been paid off for a while now.
Oh yeah.
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 Who owns Jeep? Is it Fiat now?
I-
Can't
Did
remember.
they buy them? I mean, I know that Dodge, they got it's like Dodge, Jeep, and then Ram now.
Ram is their own
Ram
thing.
is their own thing. And Chrysler.
Chrysler's still their own
But it's
thing.
Mopar. I mean, did Fiat buy Mopar?
I think Fiat, yeah, Mopar. I think, yeah. Here. Who's texting me?
First, I'm going to take
Everybody's
a
fine.
little break. I'm going to give me a...
And then King of the Leaders, they show up and it says, our teachers are armed and may use whatever force necessary to protect our kids. Like, I like that.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
but they're good.
No joke.
They're, I mean, they're one of the cheapest around, and they're really small classes. And they go up to, I think, 4 or 5 years old. And then our church has a school, and I think they're about to get an elementary school on our church too. It's pretty cool. Ascension Lutheran.
Okay.
So, yeah, he'll probably go there after he graduates from King of the Leaders.
There you go.
So he's got a buddy, little friend there. They're all little bitty, you know, they're 1 and below, but they'll go up there and butt heads and stuff like that. Yeah. There's one in there. There's one kid they cannot have around any other kids because he's a menace. I was like, my gosh, he's this little already a menace. He doesn't have much of a chance. So, but yeah. But it's a good little school there, and all the people were real nice. And they like Jay a lot.
You know, talking about that, the schools, and you know, I agree with that. I don't know why they don't allow teachers to carry and stuff. Like if you go through the training, and maybe there's a little extra training that they have to go through because they're psychological or whatever.
Yeah.
But why not?
I mean, if you're licensed to carry it, nobody needs to know you're carrying it. You know?
If nobody knows, what difference does it make?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've walked in places where I shouldn't have with it. But
I know.
crap.
I know I've walked into places. I just refuse to acknowledge the signs. I'm like, I didn't see any of those signs.
Like, whatever, man.
I'm not looking for signs.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Unless it's like plastered right there on the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I didn't see shit.
I was like, nothing's going to happen. It's fine. And if something does happen, I'm covered. It's fine. I'm okay.
Not using it.
Yeah.
Unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah. So, and the same with the schools. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, kids can't carry pocket knives. I'm like, how are you going to sharpen your pencils?
Well, they have sharpeners, I think. But.
Yeah, they suck. Yeah. How you going to?
No, I agree with
How you
you.
going to clean your fingernails out in shop class?
Yeah.
You know. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a tool.
It is a tool.
I carry one all the time.
All the time. And like the kids, that work for me, they can't carry one in school. So when they get to the place, they'll need a pocket knife. And they don't have one. So I'll give them one. I was like, just keep it here. They can't keep it in their truck because they do a raid on their trucks. I'm like, man, I remember one time I borrowed my dad's truck in high school. My truck was getting painted or something. They'd borrowed my dad's truck. So I showed up. Well, they had drug dogs in the school, whatever. Well, we don't do drugs, it's fine. Well, there was empty shotgun shells in the back of Dad's pickup, and they called me in the office. Who drives this pickup? And it was like one with the intercom, white Chevrolet pickup, license plate, toolbox on the back of it. I was like, I'm your dad's truck. So in there, that's my dad's truck. Oh, it's your dad's truck? Yeah, I'm borrowing it. My truck's getting painted. Okay, no big deal. Just clean the shotgun shells out of it, later on. And they were used. They're spent. Like, what are you going to do with this spent shotgun shell?
Yeah.
But, it's getting crazy.
Dude, even when I went to school, so I graduated in 02 from Covington.
01.
And we had, we started having drug dogs out there the last couple of years when I was in high school. And this is the funniest story ever. So I got hit on my truck. And, I was like, oh, it's probably because there's 50 fucking beer cans in the back of it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And it was my senior year. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's probably why I got hit. And the principal came and got me, and he looked at me and he goes, you don't have anything in there, do you? And I was like, no. I was like, there's a bunch of empty beer cans. I was like,
Yeah.
but there's no full ones. I promise you that.
Yeah.
We drink all of them.
There's not all of yeah.
Yeah, we drank all of it.
If you find a full one in there, I will go to detention.
And what happened is one of my buddies threw his inhaler in the back of my, is it spent inhaler?
Yeah.
And the guy said that's probably what did it.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't care about all the empty beer cans. He was like, you probably shouldn't be driving around with empty beer cans at your age because you're not 21.
Yeah, they'll fly out and I'll get a ticket for littering.
And I was like, yeah, that's true, I guess. I was like, but sometimes, you know, I live in the country. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just park somewhere and you just walk out and you get a truck bed full of beer cans.
Yeah.
You know, it just happens.
Yeah.
And
I've seen it once. I've seen it 1,000 times.
But he was kind of a prick. And, you know, they all have something to prove sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but this guy seemed like he had something to prove. And so he was like, I got to go search through everything. And he pulls out my big CD thing. And he starts throwing the CDs in my seat. And I'm like, bro.
You're going to scratch my Everclear CD.
I was like, those are like $20 a piece. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And he was like, I don't think you need to tell me what to do. And I was like, yes, sir. I was like, but I'm just telling you that those are very expensive. And I buy those myself. I work for them. And once a week, I go buy a CD.
If you scratch my Celine Dion CD, I swear to God.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor Swift didn't exist back then. But
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have been like that. But anyway.
Britney Spears did, though. I know you had it.
He was flipping through there, and he came up through my Dr. Dre 2000, Chronic 2001.
Huh?
And he was like, this is paraphernalia. This is paraphernalia. And I said, you can't smoke weed out of a CD, dude.
Mm-mm.
And he was like, paraphernalia doesn't mean it's just used for, it's stickers and it's everything. And I was like, are you seriously going to do something? Because listen, dude, you know there's beer cans in the back of my truck. You saw the inhaler. You know what it is.
Yeah.
You already know. I said, can you just go through my damn truck and make sure that there's nothing in there? Because I know there's nothing in there. And just leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
So I can go back to class.
Yeah.
My principal's out there just like.
It's like, you need to listen to that album. It's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was thinking the same thing. I couldn't believe it, dude. Like said he could take me to jail for a CD. Get the.
What you need to do is drink some of these beers and listen to that CD
No
and
joke,
have a
yeah.
good time. It's fine. It's just gangster rap. Ain't nothing to it. Gangster rap made me do it.
It's just. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And
You
I
got
was
a
like,
CD player.
this
That's nice.
is Covington, man.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, dude. I did all my own. I built my own boxes. And
What CD player was it? Do you remember? Was it the Pioneer? Because you're high rolling.
So I did not have Pioneer. I had Kenwood.
Okay, you had the Kenwood.
I
See,
had,
I had
two
Jensen.
Kenwood 12s.
I had Jensen.
And then I had, what was the amp I had? I think it was a Fosgate amp.
Nice.
So 2 Kenwood 12s and a Kenwood
So I had the
CD
Jensen,
player.
the Walmart Special Jensen, the CD player that skipped a lot.
Oh, I lived on Cleachy Road.
Yeah.
So it all skipped.
And then I had I had a Fosgate Punch 45 and 210s in my single cab. And I thought it was something.
And my buddy 69 Pioneer like Moss, he had the Pioneer.
Did he?
It was awesome.
Did he have the
Like, I
Dolphin? The Dolphin Pioneer?
Oh yeah.
Man.
It was
Well, I
freaking
mean,
awesome.
he had a Le Mans, so it had to be more classy.
That's true. Well, his uncle did work at Best Buy as well. So I mean, he got like a discount.
Scratch and dent.
And he had Fosgate stuff. He
I
had
bet
like you open the trunk of that car and it had like a built-in box with the light and everything that flickered with the bass. And
We did that too, and we had the poor man's one. I told my workers this too, because they put their rock lights on and their wheel lights and everything. I was like, what you need to do is hook up a treader light, a red treader light, up to the amplifier.
Yeah.
And it will beat until it burns out. It's pretty cool. We did that. And it would burn out.
I had a blue one.
Blue one, yeah.
And people, it would boom from the behind my seat.
Yep.
People would think I was a police officer.
Yep. Yep.
I had some buddies one night we're in the country, man. We used to just go party. It was called the road.
Mm.
You just drove down this road and there was a tree and there's this farmland all both sides. And we'd park by the tree. That's the only place you could park because it wasn't being farmed.
Yeah.
We just pull out there and drink beer.
Yeah.
And cut up. One time the cops were rolling up out there, so we all took off. And, we're dusting them so they can't go anywhere. But I was behind a buddy of mine, and
It's the blue lights.
he knew I was behind him. But
Yeah.
saw the blue lights,
But
and
he
all
was-
of a sudden
but I
you
was
see him
drunk.
like turn off and go through this creek, and I was like, I'm stopped. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh, I thought you was a
and he was
cop.
like, you're the cops. I was like, how many beers have you had?
I don't know. Not enough. We had the triangle down in Gatesville. We were actually going towards Coral City. You drink beer at the triangle. You go to the Lutheran church. That was a ways out of town before I went to church, so we go drink beer at the church parking lot. Lots of good places to drink beer out there. I don't even know if kids do that mess anymore.
I don't think so, man.
So I know.
We used to go in the middle of town in Covington and drink beer.
Yeah. Event. We had fights in
It'd
Event.
be funny because like some of the old people call the cops, and I mean we weren't doing anything. Some kids out there would vandalize and stuff like that. We never would. We'd just be sitting out there drinking beer,
No.
and the cops would drive by,
Yeah.
and then we would hide all the beer, and then they would pull back around.
Well,
They'd be like, "You guys drinking any beer?" Then no, sir. And
No,
they'd be like,
sir.
"Okay, y'all aren't causing any trouble. Y'all go ahead
The
about
thing-
your business."
I didn't want to cause any trouble because everybody knew my mom and dad. And if I got caught doing something bad, like real bad, Dad would whoop my ass. I was like, no, I ain't gonna vandalize anybody's stuff.
Hell no.
I mean, we got caught drinking beer a few times and nothing ever happened to us. Like,
We just had to pour it out.
yeah, and then go home. It's fine. But
We weren't allowed to
now-
go home. We just had to pour it out.
Really?
We weren't allowed to leave.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "We can catch y'all on the road."
Yeah. Well, true. But man, I feel for him now. Like I feel for Jay growing up. Like he's not gonna have that experience. He'll have a different experience.
Oh, yeah,
which
I'm
is
sure.
good. But man, it's just gonna like anything you do when you're young now affects you when you're an adult. Stuff we did when we were young, well, of course, it wasn't recorded,
Yeah, that's true.
but it didn't affect me when I was an adult. Like we had some guys get MIPs. You turn, 19, and they fall off or whatever it was. But nowadays, it seems like it's just gonna follow you forever if you do anything stupid. Like if you get caught drinking and driving, it'll stay on your record forever. Like,
Mhm.
man, and I think it really pushes people's maturity back a little bit because they can't do anything
Mhm.
until they're 21. Well, then they start doing stuff when they're 21. When you're 21, you're supposed to be kind of growing up a little bit. And then, but you start off drinking like you're 16 when you're 21,
Yeah.
it just pushes it back even further.
Well, it gets you in more trouble.
Yeah. Because now you're an adult.
Yeah.
And now you're a bad adult. So, yeah, I don't know what the answer to that is. One of the answers is lower the drinking age and lower the tobacco age. Because if you can sign up for service at 18 and you can't legally drink a beer or
Yeah, I think that's horseshit.
smoke a stogie or something until you're 21, well, then you shouldn't be doing either until you're 21.
I agree.
But yeah, it's retarded. My mom said that when I was a kid. She was like, I think it's stupid that you can't drink until you're 21.
You know, it's one of those things that I think about where I'm like, okay, your judgment calls are different from
They are.
18 to 21.
Sure they are.
But again, the punishment's still the same.
Yeah.
It sucks when you're 21 and it's going to suck when you're 18.
Yeah. So,
But if you can learn it at 18 instead of 21,
it's a lot.
it's going to be a lot
Yeah.
better. So I think of it in that aspect too. And now you can't even buy a semi-automatic weapon unless you're 21. But unless you sign up for the military, and
Yeah.
they hand you one.
Yeah.
They hand you two. You
Yeah.
get a sidearm and a rifle.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Make up your minds.
Yeah.
What's the legal adult age?
See, an 18-year-old is going to be ignorant. He can still be smart.
They can be manipulated.
Yeah.
And that's why they let them into the military that way.
Exactly. So at 18, you're ignorant. You have intelligence, but you're ignorant. You're at 21, you're still pretty much ignorant,
Mhm.
but you've learned a lot since you're 18. I didn't really get really good about being an adult until I was about 30. Then I started figuring some stuff out. But yeah, at 18, yeah. If you would put a rifle in my hand at 18 and say, go, bad, dead, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah, let's do it.
And you trained me to do it.
Yeah.
too.
If I was 21, I'd be like, all right, I signed up for it. You told me what to do. Sure, I get it. What those guys do?
Yeah, you're going to have a little bit more of a moral dilemma.
Yeah. And so, same way with drinking. It's like, all right, 18, if you're ignorant and you're drinking beer, yeah, you might make some stupid choices, but you're not going to wreck your pickup. I didn't want to. When I was, 16, 17, partying, it's like, the last thing I wanted to do was wreck my pickup.
That was
I was
your
like,
lifeline.
I was like, I don't want to do that. No way.
But we didn't have technology, man. We didn't have
Yeah.
technology back then. We had dial-up internet.
Yeah.
You might get on a chat room and that was like the
ASL.
that was like the best you could do.
Yeah.
Back then, now they game and they're all talking shit online, and
Man, God.
it's kind of funny when they're like, "Yeah, we're having game night tonight," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, or the boys coming over or whatever, and like, no, we're gonna be on. We're all gonna be at our own houses.
See, I remember Halo LAN parties in college, but we're all in the same house.
Yeah,
Like we were all in the same house. Like we had 2 of us in here, or 4 of us in here, and 4 of us in that bedroom, and we were playing the same game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun.
I remember a buddy of mine knocked a hole in the wall so he could run the thing, so nobody could see each other's screen.
Yeah,
He had like 4 TVs set up.
Yeah.
And there's like,
I mean that was ingenuity. But now, like, I know some kids. So there was a bomb threat in Godley a couple of years ago, and my employees was wrapped up in it. I was like, how the hell? And he's like, dude, I promise you had nothing to do with it, but we were gaming the other night. I can't remember what they were playing Call of Duty or something. I can't remember what it was. But he was in our chat group. He's one of our buddies. He's like, yeah, I'm going to freaking on the school tomorrow. Or he's like, yeah, whatever, whatever, you just keep playing, And literally he called it in. It was like he was going to bomb the school. So they got all of his freaking Xbox messages and it's like, here it is. You said you were. And his name was on it. Everybody else's name on the chat was in it. So they got pulled in. And I was like, yeah, so watch what you say on the freaking internet.
yeah, no joke.
So, yeah. He's like, well, he got cleared of it, but his buddy got, like, in bad trouble. It was like, you can't say that mess anymore.
Yeah, and my dumbass decided to start this thing so I could talk shit with my friends online.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're adults. It's different.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. We're not as ignorant anymore.
That's true. We talk offline about the stuff that we can't say.
You get to see the little bit of it.
I know.
The censored version.
Right. I don't know. I love it, man. I do love doing this thing.
Yeah.
It's so much fun because I love pulling people, especially like when I get like a buddy in here, man. It's like, this is why I started this thing.
Yeah.
and
I'll answer it. I'll talk about anything.
Yeah.
And
I will too.
And I've got opinions on everything.
Well,
you know
everybody does.
But you know what's cool is I know my opinions aren't always facts.
Correct.
I know they're not always right.
Correct.
They're my opinions. And I try to vet my opinions, but sometimes I get proven wrong.
Yep. And I swallow it like a man.
Hey, it happens. And but whenever you're wrong, though, I figured whenever I'm wrong, I'll learn the most.
Oh, 100%, man.
And
I've learned everything in my life from screwing things up.
most of it.
When I did something right, I was like, okay, well, I could just follow that path again.
Then that's fine. That works.
Because that worked.
Yeah.
But when I screw something up, it's like, okay, now I got to figure this out and figure that out and figure this out.
Yeah.
And, I'm always the type of person, too, that's been like, I'll just jump in, head first.
I'll just do it.
Let's go ahead. Let's just get in.
I came on this
get
thing.
in there and see what happens.
I came on this thing and I was like, I know you had a podcast. I watched a little bit of some of them. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to watch anymore. I'm just going to jump in and see what it's like. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. If I make it fool myself, for it is. Edit it out. It's fine.
Man, it's funny when people are like, you're going to edit that out, right? Like I had a buddy on and.
Oh, you didn't ask for my consent.
Oh, you got on here.
Oh, I sure did. Yep. Oh, you're in that seat, buddy.
Yeah. I have wondered. I'm going to have a lawyer on soon. I'll probably ask him these questions. Do I need everybody to sign a waiver?
I don't know.
Now, normally if people ask me to edit something out, I'll edit.
Yeah.
I'm
I want you to edit out from 5:30 to.
Just when you introduce yourself.
Yeah, just and
it's
then
a 30-second podcast.
Yeah, and that's it. So you can just fill it in.
Colt Starkey Farms.
Yeah, Starkey Farm Ranch. At your service. It's funny. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, what law you having?
Michael Hammond's coming on.
Okay.
You know who Michael Hammond is?
He's got a office downtown, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know him, which is good.
Yeah, he was. It was. What is it? MacArthur, Bedecker, Hammond, but Bedecker left.
Oh yeah, Bedecker.
Yeah.
He was
well, it was his
judge.
It was his wife.
Yeah, that's right.
So now I think it's just MacArthur, Hammond. But I ran into him at the rodeo, and yeah, he said he would come on. I was
nice.
like, come on, man.
I wanted to go to the rodeo. I usually go every year, but
oh, dude, I had Jack Merrill on here, and he was like the head chairman that did everything for the rodeo, and he completely changed everything, man.
Yeah.
They had record numbers the very first
Yeah.
night. It was crazy.
I liked the parking they did. I liked that they charged for parking.
Yeah.
I mean, people complain about it, but
Well, they got 20% more cars in there.
that, and they got to make money. I mean, that's the bottom line. Stuff's getting more expensive, and they got to pay the guys.
Well, it also, so it was $5 for parking. That's not expensive.
Yeah.
And they had people out there to make sure you're parking right,
Carload.
so you don't have some jackass,
Yep.
out there in a big truck parking wherever the hell they want to.
Yep.
But every dollar from that $5 from every car went to cancer kids, to a charity. And then they had like all these shops set up.
Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah.
Not
So
where
you have to get in, and then there's all these shops.
Yeah.
It was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was a great experience. I had a great time going there. And, more people need to go. It's a fun time. And he really did turn it around from, before just showing up and then, you got this,
it was still
and
fun.
this. And it's still fun because I like that kind of stuff.
But the spectators, and the contestants had their own entrance. And that was amazing. I was like, I wonder what they were building over there beside the railroad tracks on 2nd Street.
They built that road out, yeah.
I was like, that's pretty sweet. So they can get in and out of there. But, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I'm glad he came on. That was a great conversation too, man. It was fun talking to him. Great guy.
I know I didn't grow up with rodeo. I was always around it, but I was never in the rodeo.
Never rodeoed. I only rode at horses, a few times. A buddy of mine down the guy with the malls, they had a couple horses, and we go out because they had like 60 acres, or 68, something like that. And so you could actually go ride. I mean, I had 11 acres, I had a dirt bike.
I would see, we have horses. My wife has a really nice horse at a stable in Maypearl, and it's a national championship horse dressage thing. It's real.
What stable
real fancy.
in Maypearl?
I can't remember what it is.
Is his name Gary Dolgener?
Dolgener? No.
I was just wondering because that's my wife's uncle. And he does have stables in Maypearl.
No, I can't remember what this one. I'm going to look it up right quick. Where is she at? They're really, really nice people. Dadgummit. I'll find it. Maypearl. Where's it? There it is.
Does she like to ride though?
Yes. That's off of Brindley Stables.
Yeah. Been out to your house like, I don't know, what, 8 or 9 times, and I've only met your wife once.
Yes. That's the way it is. My wife's a very introverted person, and that's just the way she'd rather stay inside and, run things from inside.
She was out there. She was like, hey, I got to feed the horses.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, it's good to meet you.
Yep.
I think I was just there to bullshit anyway, so.
I think we were there with Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We were.
Okay, hold on. With Maypearl.
And shout out to him. I don't even know if his number's still the same. I need to contact him and see. He might come out here.
I'd like to see him again. I just don't know where he's at. He was living in the darn trailer there for a while.
He was always full of information.
Very, and I never really knew what he did he worked security.
Yeah, and he was in the military.
Yeah, but I didn't know what kind of branch it was. But then
I don't remember what branch it was either.
I know he called us Goyams at one time. Remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, goy. That's what you call like non-Jewish people.
Yeah, I guess so. But you're red-headed.
Yeah,
but
that's true. He was he looked Irish as hell.
He was very Irish. I mean, his name was Jameson. But yeah, I think he was a little confused about some things. So, but that's just me. So I hope they're doing well.
I hope they are too, man.
But I know he was living in a camper. I can't remember because it wasn't running. It was like a Dodge camper. And he wanted me to come work on it. I was like, I'll come work on it. But then it just kind of fizzled. And then I was like, I don't know if your wife is going to want to live in this with you. And he's like, yeah, man, she's on board with it. I was like, y'all are going to have kids in this old camper? You don't think it's a good idea? I was like, I mean, whatever, dude. It's cool, but I don't know, man. So
But he did. He had that whole off the grid thing that he wanted to do. Like
He did.
wanted to kind of like just be off the grid.
and he also he gave us instruction how to get on the dark web. Remember that?
Yeah, I still never figured that out.
Yeah, the USB drive, and I didn't. He had a password and everything, and it was in a secure email that I don't think I ever got, and I can't remember. And,
Yeah, because I remember he would talk about too. He was like, "Yeah, eventually when we start meeting, we're gonna have to put our phones in Faraday bags and stuff." And I was like,
yeah,
"Tell me more."
yeah, I like this. If we just not have phones at all, it'd be great. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But I just don't know. I mean, I lost track of him.
Yeah,
After
me
he got
too.
married, and that was kind of it. And then of course everybody gets busy, and it's like you and I was like, hell, we just got busy.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm busy. Like, you step back and think of it, you're like, what do I do all day long? I'm like, shit, I'm busy, and
just doing stuff.
and I feel bad. I'm like, there's so many relationships I've kind of let slide, and I'm like, man, I need to spend more time with these people over here. But then I'm like,
Well, you gotta take care of your.
yeah,
I mean, and now you have a son and stuff
Yeah.
too, and you're building something, man. And when you're building something, you have to kind of pour yourself into it.
yeah,
That's the only way it's going to make it work.
yeah.
But the cool thing about buddies is
They get it.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it's 2 years since you talked,
Yeah. Hey man, what's going on?
as soon as we saw each other, it's
Yeah, like,
right back to normal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like no time has passed at all.
Yep.
That's what I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
And I love that with all my old buddies and stuff. Even from dude, I got buddies
Yeah.
from high school that I still
Yep.
talk to
Yep.
on a regular. And
It still makes me feel a bit bad, but I'm like, I'm like, hell, Joey invited me on this podcast, and I appreciate it, but I didn't talk to him in a year, if not more. I think I invited you to the house one time, but everybody, everybody's busy.
yeah.
But I was like, that's just what it is. But it's like, that's kind of one of my one regret, that I don't have enough time with people. And
yeah, I like talking to people.
Yeah.
That's cool when I get to do this.
Yeah.
Is it because I get to do that again.
Yeah.
I get to talk to people again, and
Like before we had Jay, I went to eat breakfast. I mean, 95% of the mornings I went to eat breakfast at a cafe there in the street from my house, Els.
oh yeah,
And,
I love that place.
And yeah, that was where I went. Well, now it's different because I got Jay. I got to get him to school, so I got to get up a little bit earlier. Get everybody fed, and then I can take Jay to breakfast with me. But that messes up the daycare schedule for breakfast and naps. So I got to be mindful of everybody else's
Yeah.
time. So it's like, okay, I got a window from about 7 to 7:30 where I can get Jay to breakfast, get fed, and get him to daycare before that messes up their schedule. So it's so many more people's schedules to take into
I know,
consideration.
right?
And I'm very mindful of people's time, and I don't want to waste it or be disrespectful of it, because I know that they've got stuff to do too. And I'm like, all right, well, I have to get done with this to get him here before I can do anything else. So that's the reason why, my workers are so valuable. It was like, all right, they kind of take some load off of that for me so I can go do some things I want to do. But then on the other hand, they're not me.
Yeah.
So they don't have the same brain that I do. It's like, I was out on vacation and I told my guy to, all right, cut the east part, or the west part of the east pasture where the two tanks are. Just cut the west part of that, not the east part. And then you cut the neighbors, and then you got the doctors back there. And I had it spelled out in a map and everything. And then he texted me, and I didn't have any service, and I got service. I just wanted to confirm that you want me to cut the east part of the east pasture. And I was driving. I was like,
Wait, what?
I was like, yeah, sounds good, whatever. Yeah. I got back home. I'm like, I didn't even check it. And I got home. We got home in the third, and he just got done cutting. And he was all happy and everything. Oh, man, everything went good. All right, good, man. Appreciate it. And we'll see you. I was like, you want tomorrow off? It was like the 4th. He's like, yeah, I'd take it tomorrow. Cool. I'll see you on the 5th. No big deal. And got up on July 4th. And can't remember what I was doing. I was taking Jay walking around or something. And I looked out, and the east pasture was like, Don't look right. So I got in the pickup and right there, like, No, I had my horse with me. I was riding my horse on the drive forth just to give him some exercise. And I had him, I was walking him around. And I walked out to the pasture. I was like, it's not right. That's the east part of the east pasture. So I walked out there and he was like, well, I just reseeded that and I wanted it to reseed itself and not be cut again this year. But the west side was all thick and tall. I was like, well, I guess I'll go cut hay. So I walked the horse back, got him untacked up, put him back out in the pasture, and went and cut that down. And I was like, well, I'm already cutting him. I might as well cut this part down. So I cut hay for like 2 hours before everybody showed up. And then, but you can't expect perfection. It's like, it was just miscommunication.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't be mad at him. He cut hay down. He thought he was going to do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But I did text him, say, hey, you owe me like $25 for that hour you did cut in the wrong place.
I'm sure you'll get it out of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. But one of the cool things watching them kids in their trucks, that hasn't changed much. They will spend all their money they make on women
And trucks.
and trucks, and they'll do it until they're broke, and then they'll buy more stuff in the next paycheck. It's amazing.
That's
So
funny.
they'll come over to my shop and just work on their trucks, and I love
That's
it.
cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool that happens. Because I just remember working on my truck all the time, like doing this, doing that, lifting it, doing it,
Oh yeah, and
Everything.
every one of them, every stinking one of them. I had a red Chevrolet pickup, like a '95 model, that I bought for a farm truck, and I sold to one of my first farm hands. And he lifted it up. It's 2-wheel drive. Put a big lift kit on the front of it and just wore everything out from underneath it. Tires wore out. I mean, not running right. Blew the engine up in it. Built an engine for him. We put it in there. And then it was just, the front end was completely wore out. He's like, I can't afford to fix it. You want to buy it back? Sure, I'll buy it back. And I bought it back. Redid the front end on it completely. Took all the wheels off of it they had on there. Put stock factory tires back on it and everything like it's supposed to. A friend of mine I had breakfast with, he's like, I'd like to have that pickup. He's an older gentleman. Has he got a 5-speed in it? And it sure does. I was like, I'd like to have that pickup, but I can't pay for it all at once. I was like, you just pay me out. It's fine. Whatever. He painted the wheels on it and make it look all, nice, like a factory gray color, and put a dash cover in it. And I mean, he really liked that truck. We hurt his shoulder, couldn't drive a stick anymore.
Oh man.
So I
Buy
bought
back.
it back. All right, whatever. So I got it back.
That pickup is destined to be with you.
Yeah, and then this current guy I have, he's like, I'd really like to have that red pickup. I really like that pickup. I'd like to have it. If you sell it, it's like, I'll sell it. I'll sell it to you. I mean, it's factory, The only thing he's done, it's got dual exhaust. That's it. But it's all factory. He lifts it up, lift kit on the front of it, tears all the ball joints out of it, puts big old wide tires on it, and puts a visor on the front of it, on the cab. Just totally reduces it to nothing. I'm like, this is terrible. And he's like, this thing drives like crap. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to sell it. I was like, I ain't buying it back. Really? He's like, nope, you're going to have to sell this yourself. So he traded it to a guy in Oklahoma for something. But then he bought a 61 Ford pickup F100. He wanted to drive for a daily driver. It was full drive, and it was, I mean, all original stuff, but it was not a daily driver. I mean, it was terrible. It wore completely out. Sold that one, and he bought a Ford pickup. I was like, I'm paying you way too much money. I was like, I think you're making more than I am. Yeah. And then he
paying rent or nothing else.
Yeah, I was telling him, like, your time of spending money is about over with. He's like, that's why I'm doing it right now. So he's on his way to, I can't remember, Arizona or Colorado right now on vacation, taking his 98 Chevrolet 1-ton with huge wheels on it, and fenders beat up and everything, just on a hope and a prayer, just going. I was like, good luck, bud.
I feel like I do that every day when I go to work with my Jeep.
Yeah.
My boss was like, you drive that every day?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's got to be miserable. And I was like, that's not that bad.
No.
I was like, it's really not that bad. And he was like, I think you're just used to it.
Probably.
He drives a Lexus though. So that's, what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You're floating.
Yeah.
I feel everything.
Yeah. I used to drive
It is weird though when I get into a vehicle and I'm like,
it doesn't walk everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have to constantly like hold the steering wheel.
I wouldn't know what I needed. I don't know what, I have to be busy. So if I couldn't be busy, I'll probably go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep when I'm driving. Like, I got to have something to do. That's why I drive old crap. It's like, I'm always paying attention because I'm always alert. Always. I have one nice truck.
Dude.
It's my Tundra. And it'll put you to sleep because you don't have to do anything. You just,
It just goes.
yeah. That thing gets like 14 miles a gallon. It's like nothing. Yeah. It's got the 350 in it, though.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean, it does. It's fine. It's nice, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know what pickup. I was thinking maybe just an F-150.
If I bought anything, it'd probably be a Ford. Because,
Because I want something newer.
yeah.
And it's going to be full drive.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Ford too.
Yeah. I mean, that's coming from a Chevrolet guy.
Dude, I've been a Chevrolet guy or a Dodge guy.
Yeah.
My entire life.
Nope.
And I had one Ford and I constantly had to work on it. Constantly something was going wrong. But I just think now
They're the better of the big three.
I think they got it figured out.
That, and then, because they were the first ones to do the turbocharged, 4 and 6 cylinder.
Yeah,
Chevrolet's lagging behind.
Yeah, they got the Raptors are all 6 cylinders,
Yeah.
man. And they got stupid horsepower and full drive, and you can put 37s on them with a freaking V6, dude.
Yep. And the Tundras, I don't know.
And they get like 18 miles a gallon or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's something stupid.
Oh, the Tundras, the V6 turbocharged, they're having a main bearing engine problem, for their mains. Same with the 6.2 on the Chevrolets. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to buy anything else for a long, long time. And my Tundra's got 40,000 miles on it. It's a 19. It'll last me for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, if my wife wants something different, she can get something different. But we have a rule, nothing over 2002 in the farm. I was like, because I can still work on it. I could probably make parts for it and make it work. So, yeah. So,
That's true. When you get you like a CNC machine and stuff.
I need to get a mill and a lathe, and then I'll be in business. So, well, not really in business for that. I don't want to do I've got guys for that. Yeah. But I don't mess up that stuff too bad. So, I do have a friend of mine. He's got a machine shop across from Atwoods, across the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Does really good stuff. He does silencers and everything for guns. So, yeah. I can't remember the name of that machine shop. Is it A&A? Might be. But
do you have any suppressors?
I don't.
I've got a few.
Yeah. I was kind of leery on the law about having a suppressor. I know that you can get one without a tax stamp if it's made in Texas with materials from Texas. It's kind of.
So I used to be way more well versed in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about that as well. All mine are
Tax stamp.
Tax stamp.
Yeah.
I have a trust, and I also have some individual ones as well.
Heard trust was the way to go, but I was like, I'm not going to do all that mess.
It is just because if something happens to you, if you have it through individual, basically the ATF's going to show up and take it if you die. And they have to go through the rigmarole to get it back. So if you have trust, but then everybody has to get fingerprinted. Everybody has to go through a background check. Everybody has to do this, but it's in the trust, and it's there, and it's there forever. You don't have to worry about the ATF showing up and taking your property that you paid for.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have any property that they know about,
well, that's true too.
They can't take it.
That's true.
Yeah. So I don't have any property.
I'm not condoning that for anybody, by the way.
Yeah. All I have is a 12 gauge that I bought from Bass Pro Shop and a maybe a 30-06. That's all I have.
I lost all my guns in a boating accident as well.
The boating accident, they're going to find a lot of stuff on the bottom of the lake belt. And yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
I think everybody in Texas lost all their weapons in that boating accident.
Forward-facing sonar. Like,
I don't know why we took all of our guns on a boat, but we felt like we were, we had to.
We were American. We could do it for duck hunting.
Yeah, that's right.
But ARs, no.
I needed 15 ARs on the boat.
I was not shooting duck with AR-15. I was shooting duck with AR-10. Get it right if you're going to accuse me of anything. And it wasn't mine. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was borrowing it from a friend.
Yeah, it was my buddies. I was just holding it. These aren't my pants either. This is my homeboys.
You got to love Texas.
Yes, exactly. Well, I'm going to have to get going, buddy.
No, man. I appreciate you coming on. I
Thanks,
was
Eddie.
just about to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Colt.
man. Oh, pleasure.
This is a fun time, bro.
Yeah, we're going to get together. Oh, we can edit this out, but on August 1st, we're having a get together at the house.
Right on.
About 11 to 4.
Okay.
Going out. So,
That's right about my birthday.
When is your birthday?
August 4th.
Got you. Yeah, Jay's the 28th. So we're having a big bash for him. It's going to be pretty cool.
Hell yeah, man.
I was going to smoke a bunch of briskets, but the wife was like, can I just order Chick-fil-A? I was like, get Chick-fil-A to cater? Sure. That's fine. Yeah, it works for me. So I'm getting one of my buddy's daughters runs a lemonade stand, like a legit one. So they're going to come out and cater. So yeah, they're pretty good people. So
That'll be awesome. All right, man. We'll wrap this up. Thank you, everybody. I
yeah,
appreciate
man.
it.
We'll see y'all.